That is what you call New York grit, CK. Let's go, New York. Let's go. That's how you close out a game. That's how you close out a game when they're just hacking and whacking all series, all night long, baby. Or all afternoon, man. We got a matinee edition. I'm hyped, bro. I'm hyped. Woo! Let's go. New York entered this one, guys. 2-1 in the series. We're going to extend this thing to 3-1, okay? And they did exactly what they did in game one. They got Karl-Anthony Towns going early. Brunson was just distributing the ball. You saw OG get a dunk early. Defense was clamping the Pistons up. It was going in New York's direction all the way through. Just what you wanted to see. But of course, we could not have an easy-going afternoon watching the New York Knicks. Of course, there had to be a little bit of chaos and confusion with 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. Knicks would then give the Pistons the ammo and the confidence to storm on back, being down by 7 entering the half. All right? Pistons would come out in the second half, gain all that confidence. Use it to get a lead. And not only did they get a lead, we got us scared because JB would go down with an ankle injury, the same ankle that he injured before, that right ankle, because he got into a tie-up with Dennis Schroeder. And just when it seemed it was about to be dark, and it looked like it was about to be grim because he had McBride out there, campaign. Who walks out of the tunnel? Was this the Willis Reed moment? Was this the Willis Reed moment for JB? Because JB walked out of that tunnel, got back to the bench, checks back in, and gets back to work, baby. When the Pistons had a lead, Pistons were up, baby. Pistons were up by like what, double digits? JB said, not today. Not today, folks. And who else decided to help him, CK? Brings in 3 points, make it a 3-point game. And then you get to see JB do what he does best, man. Just close a game. But he didn't just do it by himself. There's one, Karl-Anthony Towns knocking down a big 3 to seal this thing up. And then you have to have the Pistons crying the hip check on Tim Hardaway. Man. You can't cry. You cannot say that you play like the bad boys Pistons and then you cry about a hip check and then do the same. He does the same thing that people complain about Brunson about, where he just does a pump fake and then tries to lead into Josh Hart. I ain't taking it. I ain't buying it tonight. New York Knicks would win this one 94-93. That is what New York grit is all about, all right? Make sure to hit that thumbs up button for your boys. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. We got CK2K here with me on the other side. You know he's already hyped after being with you guys through play-by-play. We're going to break this thing down. We're going to break this thing down. Make sure to download the Discord. Make sure to go to the website, whatever fits your fancy. We need to hear your takes tonight, people. We need to hear your takes tonight. How are you feeling that the Knicks are now up 3-1 on the series? Take both games in Detroit. Detroit basketball ain't back, baby. I'm telling you that right now. I can tell you also this. Cade Cunningham, not the best player in this series. All right? And here's one more other thing. Jalen Brunson, for the foul mount merchant that they're calling him, only had 2 free throws today. 15 points in the fourth quarter, not one free throw. Nope. As Gold member said from Austin Powers, put that in your pipe and smoke it. Man, I'm hyped. Let's go, baby.
Let's go. We love the dramatics, don't we? We love it, right? You know, just that Broadway vibe of the New York Knicks. I tell you what, man, we came out of the gates balling. Like we had that same energy from game 3 where it just like we were not scared. We got you guys figured out. Detroit, what? The New York Knicks are here, and it just felt good. But as you mentioned, that second quarter, bro, that second quarter, shooting 22% from the field in that second quarter. My man Deuce throwing up some, they couldn't get the 3 ball to fall. My guy Mikal was throwing that thing all. He had one possession where he got back-to-back opportunities, missed the second one worse than the first one. OG, think he closed out the second quarter. But, man, that second quarter, like you said, it gave that young Pistons team the hope they needed. I've been saying all series long, the play-by-play, Pistons fans ain't the brightest, but they definitely got some passion. And, they were very excited about that little run they had. And the Pistons came out in that third quarter and used it. Because, boy, oh, boy, did they have us looking like some chumps. Now, we can talk about officiating. The play-by-play chat, they turned on me, man. I went heel for a second because the play-by-play play chat was upset because I didn't agree with the referee blaming. Yeah, there was some fouls that could have gone our way, but this is playoff basketball. Everybody thinking that we watching October basketball. It's playoff basketball. We got to be tough the same way that they came out tough in that third quarter. And you know what? We sure did that in the fourth. Shout out to JB coming back. It looked scary because it was the same ankle. Comes back out there, shows the toughness, does what Captain Clutch does. I think it was Next Level. I don't know if you're in the chat right now, but Next Level said, don't worry, CK. He's not hurt. He just went back in the tunnel. He had to go get the cape again. And you were sure right, because the minute he came back, Captain Clutch had some huge buckets. Mikal Bridges, thank God, figured out what a three-point ball was in the fourth quarter. And you mentioned it, Karl Anthony Towns. You talked about the threes, Alex. My favorite shot from Karl Anthony Towns, after Tobias Harris was getting in his face and had some moments in that third quarter, my favorite shot was that baseline fadeaway jumper behind the backboard. Come on, Cat. That is the Karl Anthony Towns. I mean, I was a little worried about Cat in that third quarter. I'm like, man, you let Tobias do this to you? He said, no, CK. I'm going to shoot it from another area code and watch this shimmy fadeaway baseline jumper for on the road. Like, come on, man. So shout out to the New York Knicks getting it done. Defense closed out that game. Man, did we get a series of emotions for this one. But what's the most important? A win is a win. It wasn't pretty, but it was gritty. Knicks are up 3-1. Knicks in 5.
Knicks are up 3-1 going back to Madison Square Garden to hopefully close out on Tuesday, CK.
Let's hope.
To what you said, Karl Anthony Towns, that was by far, next to the 3-point shot. I mean, that was a step back. I mean, holy cow. Dude, that man might as well just went up to the stand, said, everybody from the 313, put your hands up and follow me, and just walked right out, man. Holy cow.
Facts.
That's what he needed to do. That's what he needed to do. Let's talk about Karl Anthony Towns first, man.
Yeah, man.
Because this, he's beating the allegations, man. These people were calling this team soft. I said it before. I do not call this team soft. They're a finesse team. But, today was a day where playing physical, not a lot of foul calls, all right? Yeah. Knicks only ended with 18, okay? 18. 4 of those free throws came from Mitch. The other 6, by the way, were for Josh Hart, who was getting mauled today. So, respectively, he needed to get to the free throw line. I mean, even one by Cade. That Cade just didn't even foul him, man. We should have checked him because he just grabbed his wrist and threw him to the ground midair. I was like, that is.
Right.
I was like, wait a minute. There was no ball. There was nothing. Like, that's not even a basketball play. That's not even safe. Like, we ain't going to check that. But okay, doesn't matter. We still got the win. But Karl Anthony Towns tonight, 10 of 23 from the field, 27 points, 5 of 7 from downtown, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 9 boards, 1 assist, 1 block. Karl Anthony Towns doing the damn thing tonight, making the Pistons pay from deep. I've talked to many people when they come on for a Game of the Week preview, man, and they said the one thing that's going to hurt the Pistons, as the Knicks' Achilles heel, is guarding the 3. And with Karl Anthony Towns, if he's going to be knocking down threes, and obviously tonight 5 of 7 is a hell of a performance from downtown. Pistons just didn't have an answer. This game probably would have been a little bit different if JB didn't have to be out for a little bit of the game, and if the Knicks didn't decide to have like a brain fart between the second and third quarter. But Karl Anthony Towns,
we all did though.
But even when Brunson,
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off, but the whole team had a brain fart in that second and third.
It's all good, man. I'm
still holding it to him, but we figured it out.
It's all good. It's all good. But for Cat, man, even when JB went out, like, you got to see some toughness from him, making some difficult shots, as we talked about. That baseline shot was when JB was out. And so you're looking for somebody just to come through in the moment when you don't have your number one option. Karl Anthony Towns holding down the fort, playing 40 minutes tonight with Mitchell Robinson, who's recovering from an illness. Mitch only played 9 minutes tonight. Those are tough, grueling 40 minutes for Cat, okay? Mm-hmm. Tough, grueling minutes. You got to give this man his kudos. You got to give him his praise tonight. Played some solid defense as well. And he did all of this, by the way, CK, while being in foul trouble. I tweeted out, I did not like that Thibs left him in with 4 fouls in the third quarter with some time to go, all right? It's like we should have gone to Mitch and saved Cat, because you're going to need Cat in these moments down the stretch, right? And Still didn't like the call on the third, just because I felt like he could have even changed the lineup to get something going. Since the Pistons were getting downhill, you could put Mitch in. But Cat came through when he needed, especially when JB was out, man, and didn't even close his game. Big threes in the fourth quarter. Not only the step back one, but the one that JB found to him on the right, was it the right wing too? He knocked that thing down because Duran was just too far into the paint, hedging too far in. So Cat took advantage of everybody and made everyone pay tonight, man. Karl Anthony Towns was a beast.
Yeah. Like I said, I was in the play-by-play I was talking about, because Tobias had his moment in that third quarter. We can all act like it didn't happen, but Tobias Harris was having his moment in foul trouble as well. And I was looking at Cat. I'm like, brother, don't let Tobias do this to you. You both got the 4 fouls. Don't let Tobias go out here, get these and ones, have these little moments. They have the whole Detroit believing that they have a comeback. This is your moment, Cat. Cat now, he took a few seconds. He's like, damn, CK, you right. And then he came out there, went bang, bang. I'm calling it. He was talking trash to the referees, talking trash to the Detroit bench, talking trash to the front row. Man, shout out to Karl Anthony Towns turning that thing around. That's all it is, man. Like I can't say it enough. Chuck D, the great, the rhyme man on himself, can't say it enough. Playoffs are a war. We would love these things to go our way. We would love when there's a foul for a foul to be called. We would love if something that does not go our way, it can get corrected right away. But that's just not how the playoffs work. It's about how you react to the last thing that happened. We went on a run, the Pistons reacted, and we almost got slumped. It looked like it was in for us. And what did the New York Knicks do through everything? Like you mentioned with Karl Anthony Towns, fought right back, got into the game, took that lead back, had the Pistons trying to figure out what's going on, and then JB Bitterstaff and the rest of his coaching staff were crying at the end of the game, going back to New York down 1-3. Look, man, that's exactly what you want from the New York Knicks. It's not going to always be pretty, Mr. Alex, but you know the same. But yeah, shout out to Karl Anthony Towns for sure.
It's not always going to be pretty. It's got to be gritty at times, man. Today was a gritty one, especially when it is playoff basketball. I mean, look, when you're watching how this game was just unfolding, especially like I said in the second half, it was nightmarish. This is not the way you want it. It's not the way you want to see this team go, especially with the hot start that they had. So, but you know who we got to talk about too, man? It's Jalen Brunson. I mean, Karl Anthony Towns did his thing. We got to talk about Jalen Brunson because dude, I was holding my breath. You see him go down with that same ankle, and it's not once this series, it's a couple times this series, right? Even in game one, it's the same ankle. You're like, oh man. And shout out to Marbury, who's been on the show, man. He's said, like, look, the ankle's not going to be as strong because it's still recovering. It's only a month, and it's still trying to gain the strength back. So you just see it at times, right? But the way that Schroeder landed on him, and you see that he could even put weight on it trying to walk back to the locker room, I was like, there's no way you're going to tell me right now that Jalen Brunson is done. And this man had his Willis Reed moment. If you're a Jets fan, he walked out of the tunnel like Brandon Marshall. He thought Brandon Marshall was done. And he's just jogging like, oh, don't worry, man. I'm coming back out. We got this. Don't worry, baby. And then next, like I said, man, he went to work. I mean, the fact that he only ended the game with 2 free throws as everyone's calling him a foul merchant and still got his tonight. He doesn't need it, man. He does not need to get to the free throw line. And I think people need to stop with this nonsense and understand what gamesmanship is, and understanding that you have to manipulate the rules and bend them to get the advantage. Tonight, didn't get to the free throw line, but he ended the game with 32 points nonetheless. So 2 free throws, hit both of them, 32 points. So 30 points without the free throws, CK. 30 points without free throws, and still had 11 assists. Still have 5 boards.
I was just gonna ask you. That other thing they like to talk about with Jalen Brunson, Alex. They also like to talk about Jalen Brunson don't like to move the ball. That's what they like to say. And you know what? They might have had a point, but Jalen Brunson told us in that press conference after game 2, I gotta set the table. I gotta be better, and he has been. So on top of those 30 points you talking about, not getting many free throw attempts or shots. He then had 11 assists on that thing.
And then 6 in the first quarter, obviously worked through the rest of the game to get the 7?
Yeah.
So
again, second and third was a rough quarter. Or some rough quarters.
Yeah. So 5, sorry, 5, not 7. To get 5. My math is going a little crazy. But anyway, you just look at what he does, man, and just the craftiness and just being able to use his body just to get to the hoop. It's just different. And the man's just ice cold, truly ice cold. Like, I don't see this man waver at all. Like, you're talking about you're down. Like, you missed some time, and it looked like the Pistons were about to run away with this, man. And then you just enter the game, and you just say it's not a problem. We're going to figure it out and get back into it. And I'm trying to pull up the stats right now. Although NBA.com, you need to, you got to fix your things, guys. I don't know what's going on over here. You got to fix it. But look, when you're talking about the Pistons, who were up by 11 points in the fourth quarter, right? Mm-hmm. And then Brunson has to enter in around the 8-minute mark to bring this thing back down. Like, that's some true, like, grit and will to pull your team back into this. And so when you start thinking about the heroics of a player and the legacy of a player and all the stuff that creates that, as everyone talks about today, CK, the aura, or, you talk about the, what is the other thing? What's the word I'm looking for? I can't even think of it right now. But when you think about their legacy and how they will be remembered as time goes on, it's like, this dude he just does not give up. He does not believe that the team is ever out. And, talk about leadership. Talk about leadership and being able to just will your team to come back and win this thing by 1, with still giving the Pistons a chance to win this thing, and then playing top end defense to close that thing out. Yo, man. The Cap is just he's just a different player, man. He is the best player in the series. I don't know what people were thinking about when they were talking about Cade, and this is no shade to Cade. All right, he could become a great player in his own right, first time in the postseason. But to say that he is the best player in the series off the rip after Brunson's resume, craziness, absolute craziness.
Yeah, like I said, I feel like a lot of fans that were turning on Brunson this year, they really forget why he got that captain moniker. Like, he didn't just get it because he scores a lot of points and it's nice that we got a point guard. Nah, Jalen Brunson is every meaning of the word of a captain when it comes to this basketball team. This, like we talked about, he knew his faults. Knew what he was doing wrong when we dropped 1-1 after our 2 games in the Garden, fixed those things, and came right out to Detroit, showed it right to all of our faces. And on top of that, gets hurt. You think that's over for him? No, he's going to do everything he can in his body to make sure he comes out here and plays hard for us. So there's a reason why he's the captain. And people can continue to hate on it. People can continue to not like it. But it is what it is because he is every definition of the word captain. That's Jalen Brunson for the Knicks.
Man, I got to give a shout out to, a big supporter of the KFTV channel. Her name's Cynthia Pong. She wrote a fantastic article through Forbes about the different types of leaderships for this team. And she really did a great job at, nailing at what Brunson is and what type of leader he is and why he got the captain designation. So I'm trying to pull it up right now. And, it's an authentic leadership, right? He just stays true to who he is. And so, like, you just see, like, this calm demeanor he doesn't waver off the court. You see how he just acts all around. He doesn't change who he is, man. And to see that and to play with that level of style, like not change who you are, I feel like that's a big reason to why he's able to be so successful. Some people have to change who they are, man. Some people have to like be able to elevate their persona, their charisma, whatever it may be in any parts of life in order to achieve their goals. Brunson is just who he is. And continues to put in that work, man. You can see that he continues to put in that work and leads by that work ethic, man. Amen. So shout out to Brunson for a hell of a game. Amen. Shout out to Knicks Nation, man. Thank you for tuning for another KFTV post game live. We got 3,000 in the chat right now tuning in, man. 3,000 in the chat. Make sure to hit that thumbs up button for your boys. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. CP is on the way to join us and break this thing down. All right. Hope some of you were at the Ainsworth today, celebrating, watching the orange and blue, celebrating with the rest of the Knicks Nation to watch your team do it to pull out this gutty win. But don't worry, man. If you were at the Ainsworth and you want to call in too, we're going to take your calls right now. Oh, wow, I didn't even get to look at the Discord yet. We got to pull some people in right now, man. We got to pull some people in. So Zach, unmute your mic, man. Got to hear your thoughts on this game. Zach, if you hear me right now, please unmute your mic.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Zach, tell me your thoughts on this game, man. How are you feeling?
I am feeling extremely pleased with that outcome. What a battle that was. I know. CP says it was gritty. It wasn't pretty, but it was gritty. This was pretty and gritty. I loved what the Knicks came and brought tonight. They showed that they have a stick-to-itiveness to them and aggression that everybody thought wasn't there, but obviously they found it today, and they came back and they showed their willpower.
Absolutely. They showed that willpower. And look, this is how, if you want to use the metaphor, iron sharpens iron. Look, even though the Pistons are crying, right, about foul calls after they wanted to be considered the new era of bad boys, like you gotta play through physicality. If that's what you're gonna call yourselves, you can't be crying about fouls now. If that's what you're gonna be calling yourselves. Amen. But regardless, the physical play is just getting this Knicks team ready for the next round. And I feel like these type of battles are just bringing this team together, and to see that it's the starting five that we consistently have to rely on because the bench is not getting much minutes. These guys are prepared and grueling this thing out, man. Absolutely true.
Oh, for sure. I mean, like you said, if they're gonna moan about the little body on that 3-point with Tim Hardaway and the pump fake, they have another thing coming after the whole game that they were bumping us off the body every time we crashed the board. So every time we went to the hoop, it was no, man. That was a truly good fought win. And then Bridges, who couldn't find the hoop for the whole game, coming up huge in the fourth. You got to give him his credit, man. Those 2 baskets were just, saved us. They brought us back in the game, and obviously Captain Clutch is who he is, man. That man, he just finds it. He just digs deep and always pulls it out for us.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely, Zach. We got a lot on the line, man. Appreciate your call as always. Appreciate your call, man.
Always, you guys enjoy. Salute to KFTV Nation and big win Knicks.
Big win indeed. They're up 3-1, baby. Up 3-1. We got a lot of calls, so let's keep running through. Let's do it, man.
Let's do it.
Let's go. All right. So Pop, unmute your mic, man. Pop, what's going on?
Yo, fellas, you can hear me?
Yes, sir. Pop, how you feeling, man?
Hey, yeah, this is Will Latimer. What's going on? Alex CK, what's good?
Hey, Will Latimer, what's going on?
It was lit in the chat today. It was a lot of crying going on. CK, you know it. I was one of the few, me and my 2 cents, we was in there talking about, yo, chill. Y'all gotta relax. Take it easy. I was like, we gonna steal this game. I felt it, bro. He said that Detroit had the the pressure was on them to finish, and they didn't finish. We closed out. Big shots by Cat, JB. Hey, man, like you said, he had his Willis Reed moment. We gonna close these guys out, man. Knicks in 5. I know y'all got a lot of people, and like I said earlier too, the wing stop, it was closed. The doors, but the drive-through, they only had 2 people, but they was playing that defense though. They was playing that defense, man. Salute to you guys. CK, you did an awesome job, dog. I appreciate y'all. Y'all know it. I'm always here for y'all. And Chuck, I like that stand up, fan up, man up chant. That's what we going with. Y'all gotta stop crying when things ain't going our way. And one more thing, real quick. When Cat plays to his capability and stop playing into the hands of the defense, that's when we say he's soft and he cries. When he goes and does a strong move like that fade in the corner was beautiful, and that step back on the rim from way downtown from Zamunda, big shots. But peace to the chat. I love y'all, man. Salute. Let's go. Knicks in 5, baby. We closing them out on Tuesday.
Let's go, Will.
Do it. Shout out to Will Latimer, man, for calling it. Always in the chat, baby. He's always in the chat repping Knicks Nation. Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh, man. Sorry to cut you off, Pop. Sorry to cut you off, Will. We're going to go to, look, man, you know who's also in the clutch? CK? It's a perfect time to go to this ad read because it's clutch all the time. And that's Skims. You already know what it is. Skims is always clutch, CK. Look, Skims Look, the 5-inch seams, man. The 5-inch boxer briefs. You already know what it is. Hey, yo, Daniel, please change it. We don't need that one up there. But hey, look, shout out to Skims. They're the new sponsor of the NBA, all right? They now make a line for men's underwear, and they're comfortable as all hell, all right? And they give you the support where you need. You can hoop in them. You can do anything athletic in them. Yo, the whole team is strapped here at KFTV. We love them to death. No testimonials, but we tell you just to go support Skims, man. Shout out to Kim K and the crew for doing the damn thing and bringing it over to the men's side of the world. And look, when you go to checkout and you go purchase your Skims, when you go to the drop down and you tell them how you heard about them, make sure to tell them select podcast and then let them know that KFTV sent you, all right? Skims is by far some of the best boxer briefs I've ever had. I'd recommend them to you as well. All right. You need something that's breathable, gives you the support that you need, and it's lightweight. All right. You don't need something dragging you down all day long. All right. So make sure to go support Skims. Let's get to the other sponsor of the show. All right. Underdog Fantasy. So let's go to key stats of the matinee, not even of the night, of the matinee. All right. So let's go to key stats of the game. Look, New York Knicks won this one, inching this one out 94-93. Okay. And when you look at the rebounding battle, I don't know how the Knicks are doing this, man. I previewed multiple games. I'm like, if the Knicks are winning, they have to be winning the rebounding battle, but they're not winning this at all. So they lost this one 53-62, which is crazy to think they lost by 9. They did win the assist battle by 1, 19-18.
Yeah.
11 of them coming from Brunson. They won the steal battle 11-6. Lost the block battle, but it was critical blocks. You know, you can have 9 blocks, but it doesn't mean it amounts to anything. Knicks got some critical blocks in this game, 3-9. Won the turnover battle. The Pistons showing their youth again. Knicks won 10-17. Shooting wise, Knicks didn't really shoot the ball well from the field, but they did shoot well from downtown. They shot 46% from downtown while shooting 37% from the field. Pistons did a little bit better with 43%. Were horrible from downtown, only shot 24%. And then free throws, man. Pistons hit 82% of the free throws while the Knicks only hit 61. So these stats right here, man, it's just crazy to look at that the Knicks didn't win the important ones rebounding and shooting wise outside of the three-point shooting, but were able to use their defense in this matchup to come up clutch and win 94-93. And then we look at the points in the paint battle. Pistons just dominated that as well, 48-32. Second chance points, Pistons won that one, 18-17. Fast break points, 15-12. Detroit won that one as well. By looking at all these stats, you thought the Pistons should have came out with the victory in this one, but the Knicks were able to figure out some way, somehow, to go get this win. What do you think about the key stats of tonight, CK?
Can I loophole my key stat? I got a little bit of a loophole for my key stat because you named a lot. You know, the 3-point shooting at 46, I'll take that. Free throw 61, I don't like it. You know, turnover, blah blah blah. My key stat of the night is that final score. That's my key stat of the night. For everything that went through from the crazy shooting in the second quarter, like I mentioned, we shot 22% in the second quarter. Like you mentioned, the free throw wasn't great, but you know we did have some good defensive stats in 9 blocks that were very key. The one that comes to my mind was the Mikal Bridges block on Asar Thompson on a fast break after he damn near missed everything on his jump shot the play before. But my key stat of the night, I don't know if this counts as a stat. My key stat of the night has to go to that 94-93 final score because there was nothing of our stats that were glaring that would say, yeah, this team was the winning team. And that's what's so beautiful about coming out and getting this really tough win. So give me the final score as my stat of the night.
I like it, man. I like it. I like it.
Has that been done before? Can I have that?
No, you can win. You can take that one, man. I don't think anyone has ever given that type of analysis using the final score as the key stat of the game, but I like it. I appreciate it. I like the, you know, that's what we hear, man. We got different point of views, different analysis, you know, on this show. That's why you're my guy, CK. Yeah, and yo, as we said, key stats of the matinee today. It's brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Use that promo code KFTV to get to $1,000 in instant bonus cash and a free pick. And yo, if you sign up today, before Game 5 happens, you have the chance. If you sign up and make a deposit, you got to do both those things. New users and put down a deposit, you get a chance to win tickets to Game 5. So make sure to go do that. But let me tell you a little bit something about Underdog Fantasy, okay? You got 2 options when you play Underdog Fantasy. You got the fantasy drafts, and you got the pick'ems over there, all right? So if you want to go create a ticket, you can choose anywhere between 2 to 8 players. Now, it doesn't have to be from one sport. If it is from one sport, you got to make sure you choose 2 different teams. But the cool thing is you can mix and match MLB, NBA. You got NHL going on right now. So you can mix and match from 2 to 8 players, and all you got to do is just choose higher or lower for any stat that they give you. So for tonight, man, if they said JB, you know, let's say that they said that JB had to go higher or lower from 26.5 points. Well, I don't know why you're not choosing anything higher because JB's showing you it doesn't matter who's out in front of him. He's going to get over 30 points. So you should always choose higher in this matchup. So that's what I would have done, man. That's what I would have done tonight if I wasn't on dad duty and if I didn't have the opportunity to do it. I would have chose that, okay? And so you could make a ticket, like I said, between 2 to 8 players, choosing higher or lower on any stat. And the cool thing is about Underdog is that they give you the opportunity to go all in. So if you believe all your picks will hit, you'll get a larger return than if you do the insured route, where if you say you choose 3, let's say you choose 4 and you got 3 right, you still get some money, but it won't be as much as if you believe that all of them would hit. Now, the other cool thing is the fantasy draft. Okay, you can put on your GM caps, put a little lunch money down with your friends, or go compete with some randos, and let's see who could put together the best team. That's what's so cool about Underdog Fantasy. So make sure to use that promo code KFTV to get up to $1,000 in instant bonus cash and a free pick. And remember, if you're a new user and you put down a deposit, you get a chance to win some tickets to Game 5. So make sure to go do that as well, okay? All right, man. Let's get back to the Discord. Let's take some more calls. We got a lot of people on the line. We want to hear your thoughts. Let's go to, let's see, man. Oh, here we go. Let's go to Tugboat Taylor. I know Tugboat was reminding us why Campaign got his nickname. What up, Tugboat? Tugboat, you there? I saw you mute your mic. You had your mic unmuted, now you muted. What's going on, Tugboat? You there?
My bad. You know, I'm still figuring out how to work this thing out.
There you go. All good, man. All good. How you feeling today?
Man, I feel great, man. I feel great. I feel like this was a great game. This was a great win. I know a lot of people gonna be upset. We might see it on Worst Take tomorrow about this foul at the end of the game, but they won't acknowledge how we were fouled the whole game. That's the whole reason they came back. But that is what it is. It's a great game.
Absolutely, it was a great game. I don't want to hear nothing about no fouls tonight, man. They let it was look. The refs have been bad for most of these games, not only for Knicks and Pistons, but throughout a lot of the playoffs. A lot of uneven calls, and we've seen that during the regular season. We've seen that for the past couple of years now. But I don't want to hear anything from Pistons fans when I legitimately saw Cade Cunningham grab the wrists of Josh Hart and threw him to the ground midair. All right, that is not a basketball play. I don't want to hear nothing about it. And then if you wanted to
on these foul calls, I don't really get upset about foul calls until they start messing with the momentum of the game, whether it's called on either side. And that's why I feel like is the issue is when it's messing with the momentum of the game.
I hear you.
But
yeah, absolutely.
It is what it is. Hey, but Alex the Great, CK, shout out to y'all. Shout out to you, CK. I was watching that. I appreciate you. Alex, you always doing your thing. But hey, on the Skim commercials, let's do the lady side next time. Let's see what that looks like. It's a family show. So let's see what the ladies' collections are for all the female fans out here, so we can see what that looks like instead of looking at the males' collection,
Yeah, I feel you, Tugboat. I feel you on that. I'll make sure I make that recommendation to CP and our producer for next time. Daniel, I know you're tuning in, so you got the idea for next time. CP,
we'll take the note.
Tugboat's got a great idea, man. Tugboat's got a great idea. Shout out to Tugboat, man, for always calling in, man. Appreciate you always tapping in. Let's keep going down through the lines, man. Let's keep going down through the lines. Who else we got here? We got, is this Will from LI? Will.
It is. Can you guys hear me?
Will from LI, are you there, man? I saw you unmute your mic. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Oh, I hear you. I hear him. You can't hear him?
I can't hear him at all. Oh my God. Here's the nonsense. Come on. Oh man. Will, just back. Can you back out?
Sure.
Wait, no, there he is. No, I got you now. Now I got you. Okay. There we go. Now I can hear you.
We in business. CK and Alex, I hope you guys are having a great afternoon. And this game is just the definition of cardiac Knicks. I was, number one, I'm just so proud of the defense, okay? Because in that first quarter, we were locking them up. Once I saw the defense, everybody was playing to the right intensity. I felt, good for the game, And then as the game is going on, you see the Pistons try to make a run at the end of the half. At that point, I still wasn't worried, but it wasn't until JB went down, which I was mortified. I was like, oh, Lord. I was praying to every God out there, praying that our captain would come back, and he did, with his cape, like he always does. And him and Karl Anthony Towns were just carrying the team. Oh my God. It was a crazy moment. I got my dad in the room. I had my brother in the room. Everybody's just watching the game. Karl Anthony Towns hits the craziest shimmy fadeaway that I've ever seen. It was like one of those no, yes shots. And then with the game-winning step back, oh my God, I almost fainted. almost fainted, man. It was just a great game, man. It's 3-1. We going back to the Garden on Tuesday, and I want everybody to wear black because we gonna be hosting an obituary, hosting the Detroit Pistons. Okay, that's it, man. Hey, great show, guys. I'm gonna leave you guys to it, but yeah, man, Knicks in 5. Oh, I just want to say one more thing. Cade, Dwayne Wade, Beyblade, Knicks in 5. Okay, Knicks in 5. I'm gonna talk to y'all later, man. Take care.
Let's go.
Shout out to Will from LI, man. Man, he said Cade, Dwayne Wade, Beyblade, Knicks in 5. That's that energy, man. I hope you are all on that energy today. Wow. Woo. Damn, man. This game was crazy. I feel Will, though, man, because I was watching this game. I was like, are you kidding me? Like I said, when JV goes down, now I'm like, it's just tough. But absolutely, those shots, I mean, this is what's so fun about the playoffs, man. It's like the tension is there. You know what I mean? Like that's what makes these playoffs so fun. It's even like last year. I remember just jumping out of my seat when Dante hit that 3 after Hartenstein got that offensive board.
Yes.
Yo, so like for everyone know, like my wife's out of town right now, so it's just me and Little Man. So I'm like, all right, you know, Little Man's got to get some TV time in, watch some Knicks game, man. We're gonna start this kid early. So then he's like sitting on the couch with me, and then I'm jumping. I'm like, he's like looking at me like, what's going on here? Just learning the passion, man. Just learning the passion about these games. And he's just confused. What am I watching? And it's like, dude. Like I'm talking to my son, like I'm talking to another grown man. Like, yo, did you just see that? And it's like, oh, I gotta relax for a second. This is look, man. He's only 19 months old. He ain't understanding this yet.
Yeah, he'll get it. He'll get it.
He'll get it time. In due time, exactly. We living out here in Boston, but he's gonna be bleeding orange and blue. That's no question about that.
Good.
All right, man. Let's keep going down through the calls. We got a lot of people on this line still. Let's get to Knicks Fix. Knicks Fix. How are you feeling?
CK, Alex, what up, guys?
What up, man? How you feeling right now?
Yo, big purr, big bodega, meow, bodega cat, man. That man beast, bro. My God, second game in a row, not the double bang, bro. Bless us with the double. Oh my God. Yo, Mikhail going 1 for 10, then hitting the absolutely most difficult fadeaway threes. Dude was comatose until those threes, man. My God. And then what else can you say about the captain, right? When it's money time, it's closing time. That's why you got him. He was killing with the midi game and the step back 3. But on the real, though, yo, the individual talent is so immense on this team, bro. They can overcome the limitations of the read and react offense and like the non-adjustments on the defensive side. But yo, that's for another day. Whatever, bro. Cat with the bomb 3. Y'all think Julius was hitting that side, that kind of shot, man? My God. But nah, man, that dude is an offensive weapon. And then one last thing, yo. I'm gonna need OG, Deuce, and Mikhail to wake up from their lobotomy on Tuesday night because we're gonna close it out. Say it with me, guys. Say it with me.
Facts.
Go New York, go New York, go. Let's go, fellas.
Facts.
Go New York, indeed. Shout out to Knicks Fix, man. And yo, look, great call. And look, talking about Mikhail and OG, I know there's a lot of heat that they were getting on socials right now because their offensive game wasn't there tonight. But defensively, these guys stepped up, man. I mean, that like you look at the score. You look at why the Pistons were having a tough time knocking down shots. I mean, Bridges with the block of all blocks on Thompson, right? Like you're looking for the Pistons are just looking for answers, and you get a block on Asar Thompson like that by Bridges. Excellent stuff. The way Cade was guarding the way OG was guarding Cade, like that. It's tough, man. Cade is a good player, and OG has a difficult assignment, but those two guys on the wings today. That was Wingstop.
Yeah.
That was Wingstop.
Drop
right?
It was open, like Will said, man.
The reason why the Pistons had a tough time getting to their spots, and you got to throw Josh Hart out there because Josh Hart did an awesome job defending today as well. Like those 3 players, there's a reason why they're not getting into the 100 points today. And so we got to give our respect. And look, I know that the offense wasn't pretty from Mikhail, but these type of games, that's what you brought him in here for.
It was a guy who game 2, because really Mikhail Bridges had a great scoring night, but then couldn't hit the ones that mattered, which is when we lost. Mikhail could not hit a bucket tonight, but made the big ones down the stretch that we needed. So, it definitely was a big reverse. But like you said, the defense, like I kept talking about it in the play-by-play. Like I get it, like we need those shots to go down. But if we're getting killed by people other than Cade Cunningham, I'll take that. Yes, Cade got it going in the second half, but it took him to the second half to get there. And even down the stretch, we saw OG and Mikhail had it down. Like that switch perfect. Like they were trying to screen OG off, they're trying to screen Mikal off, but the way that they had it so perfected to like, bet you want to switch off me, you're gonna be guarding Mikal. Bet you want to switch off me, you're gonna be guarding OG. The two of them, like they were in perfect sync on how to handle Cade Cunningham. Cade had a nice little second and third quarter, but when it mattered down the stretch, OG and Mikal stepped up. So to me, I'm giving it a pass offensively because they did the other side that we complained about all season long. Defense. We ain't playing defense. Tom Thibodeau didn't play. We did that today, and a big part of it was because of Wingstop for sure.
Look, man, the Pistons went 7 of 29 from downtown. They shot 24%. Their perimeter players first. The Pistons are going to do what they do on the inside, especially if you're not going to have Mitch, who's fully healthy for today. And look, we know Cat's not the best rim protector out there. He does a decent job at times, but he's not an elite rim prector. And so the fact that you're able to get these guys, hey, CP, mute that mic, please. So like when you're able to get these guys just guarding the perimeter at the level that they are and just forcing them to really work. Like the Pistons had to work to get everything inside.
We had what we would call a cardiac Nick affair tonight. We had what we would call, it wasn't pretty, but it was gritty. This right here, this was an emotional one for me, man. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I've been a fan for 30 some odd years. I've been watching the orange and blue for 30 some odd years. That is why I'm a diehard. That is why this channel was started. But when the captain goes down, comes back, and gives you 15 points in the fourth quarter, we are going to put some respect on his name tonight. All right, all the talk from the nerds that watch the game with diapers on, talk about the foul, the flopping, the this, the that, the third. Understand something to you high achievers out there. If you don't have haters, that means you're not doing something right. This is the starting point guard of the Eastern Conference. This is why I call him Captain Clutch, because he delivers when the squad needs him the most. They went up against it in the third quarter. They got the Pistons' best shot. Good defense by the Pistons. They were gritty. They finished the first half hot. They came in hot in the second half. Malik Beasley starts getting it going. The Knicks lose the captain. They're down by as much as, 11 points? And you're thinking, oh, man, took all the wind out of the sails of the watch party. But what have we seen from this guy year in and year out, time and time again? He goes to the locker room. As Thibs says, he gets his cape, and he comes back in and dominates. How many free throws did a free throw flopper have tonight in the fourth quarter? 0. 0. 15 points of excellence, of leadership, of putting the team on your back and delivering in the clutch. Y'all are going to put some respect on my guy's name tonight. So all the nerds out there that's watching with diapers on, that is why we call him Captain Clutch. It wasn't pretty, but it was gritty. They did what they needed to do, and they got out of there with a W, and then they're going to close it out in 5. Shout out to the big bodega, man. Hit clutch shot after clutch shot. The turnaround fadeaway from the baseline was crazy. That was the kind of defense that you could have ever played from Jalen Durant. Karl Anthony Towns was out of his mind. The three-point shot was damn near from half court. Unbelievable. Stones. Karl Anthony Towns, welcome to New York. That was his welcome to New York moment. I'm screaming right now. The game's been over for like an hour, but it's just the emotion, man. Wait, hang on. We're not even online right now.
No, we are. We're back.
Are we sure? Okay.
You're good. Yeah, we're good.
Making sure. All right. So, yeah. Wait, we sure we back?
Yes, we're back. We're on.
Yes, 100%. Yes, 100%.
Okay, 100%. All right, cool. So, yeah. So, Karl Anthony Towns, unbelievable. Absolutely sensational play from Towns. Just proud of this unit, man. They went in hostile territory. Yes, they gave up the lead, and it was looking like perilous for a little while. But from Brunson to Towns, they willed their team to victory. I'm proud of Hart. Hart was gritty, man. Hart was gritty. Not only did he knock down his threes early in this game, he got the rebounds that he needed to get. He played the defense that he needed to play. Great game by Josh Hart. Mikal Bridges. How many of those corner threes did he bail the Knicks out with? Clutch shots by Mikal Bridges.
Dude.
I mean, just absolutely excellent play by this team, and they made the stops. They made the stops. Oh, here goes Josh Smooth, right? He's a Debbie Downer. You don't know. It sounds like he's a Pistons fan because he's never a Knicks fan. He's one of those that want to qualify these wins, right? You have these Knicks fans. Oh, we're not ready for Boston. Oh, this, all that. They're waiting for the shoe to drop. You have the panic watchers who don't understand that this is the playoffs. You're on the road against one of the top 5 defenses in this league without your best player, and you come back and win the game down by 11 points. It's a game of runs. I'll worry about Boston later. We'll wrap up the series and we'll talk about it. For tonight, I'm going to enjoy this win because they earned it. Injuries aside, they earned it. Let's go, man. Take the diapers off, man. Let's go, man. Let's go. Tired of these people, man. Everybody want to qualify. Oh, they did this. Oh, they're lucky to win. Knock it off. It's 3-1 Knicks.
Right. Lucky. How do you even call this game lucky, man?
They got reason for everything.
Pistons had it, man.
They got excuse for everything, Alex.
You know what's funny right now?
For everything. They want to cry about foul calls. How about the whole third quarter when they were letting them get away with murder? I wasn't complaining about it. It's the playoffs. You knew what the assignment is. This is how they dictate the game. You're up against it. Game 2 was the same way. Game 5, you want to bet game 5 that the calls don't go the Knicks' way? Look, you got to play through it. That's always how it is. So don't tell me about fourth quarter calls that the Pistons didn't get when the entire third quarter they were raking and rocking their way back to the lead.
Dude.
The chat turned on me when I told them the same thing. See, they turned on me, man. I told them I ain't using the referee excuse. We got man up. Pistons did what they had to do. It was our turn to take it back, and we did that. They turned on me, CP.
The free throws were damn near even. All right?
Yeah, man.
Pistons had 17 free throw attempts. Knicks had 18.
Yep.
For the most part, they let this game be physical.
And I prefer
that. And the Knicks came back and won a physical game, okay? This is what they're upset about. Pistons fans are upset that they are not out physicaling the Knicks at this point. They're getting owned. They're getting owned. And the crybabies who are saying this with Pistons basketball, if you cannot cry about fouls, if you want to call yourself the bad boys, if you watch any historical thing about the 80s bad boys Pistons, those guys, Lambert was killing Larry Bird in the playoffs. That man was throwing bows.
Killing him.
All right? Don't come at us being like, oh man, they should have gone our way. What's funny is that in my group chat for Pickup Basketball, someone's texting me right now who's a Pistons fan saying, this should have been 2-2. The foul call, this, that, and the third. No, man. No. If it was supposed to be 2-2, the Pistons should have done what they did and close out the game. All right? They didn't close out the game. They lost the game. Knicks came back, won. Knicks did what they needed to do in the fourth quarter, hit the big shots that they needed to, and they won this thing outright. All right? None of that nonsense, okay? When they lose, they lose. Your team is fully healthy outside of Isaiah Stewart. We lost Jalen Brunson for the third, going into the fourth. You had the runway. The absolute runway. Oh, wait a minute. Didn't Cade get to his spot and get the open shot to knock it down and miss it? Or did I miss that too? No, oh, and then you want to talk about Timmy got fouled. Bro, you can't be crying the same thing that you're like, oh, as we saw on social media when JB drew the foul on Tobias Harris, right? We saw that one. And they're like, oh, this is how the game's going to be called, this, that, and the third. And now you want the same thing for Timmy, it's even worse because it's sideways. It's not even going forward. Sideways. Get out of here.
The foul merchant. He's flopping. He's this. He's that. Knock it off. My guy's out here dominating. 15 points in the fourth quarter. 7 of 11. Who's stopping him? Nobody. 32 points, 11 assists, 13 of 26 from the field, 4 of 7 from downtown. Oh, Cade, he's the best player in the series. Knock it off. This is a starting point guard of the East. Tired of the talk of people that's not watching the game.
Wait, CP, who's the best player in this series? I forget. Who were they saying was the best player in this series?
Oh, Cade Cunningham. Oh, these guys are Pistons. Oh, this, that, and the third. You see, if you let these fools tell it, the Pistons are the perfect team. They're the 6th seed with no flaws, right? And the Knicks are this, or that, they're this or that, they're soft, right? You let these fools tell it, it's the Pistons are the best team in the world. Not realizing that they're a one-man show that turns the ball over, that has sketchy players who don't show up in crunch time. The Pistons are the world beaters, and the Knicks are up 3-1. We gonna close this out in 5 and quiet all the haters up.
Pistons wanted that smoke, by the way. Weren't they one of the same family show, JB? Last game, didn't they come out with the big booze entering this game? You're all afraid of the boogeyman.
Knock it off, man. Al, we got a $100 super chat from the Rhyme Animal, man. Get and read that. I need some water, man.
We got the Rhyme Animal. Chuck D, throw a hashtag P in the chat. Playoffs is war, period. New York Fanatics, we never soft. We don't quit. We know the third quarter was going to be hell. We don't leave like Miami Heat fans do. JB got too much game in him. Man up, stand up, fan up. We really, for whoever, whatever, let us stay Broadway, not Hollywood at MSG Tuesday. Grit.
Let's go.
Bars. They listening, Chuck. I don't think they're listening, man, because he had to repeat that at least 20-some times in the play-by-play. They ain't listening, Chuck. Let them know. Let them know.
Shoot to everybody in the chat, man. Hit that like button, hit the share button, subscribe to the channel. Shout out to everybody that came through to the Ainsworth. Ainsworth was on fire tonight. The roof was blown off the joint. And we'll be back Tuesday for Game 5. Supposed to be 78 in the city. We'll probably open up the roof. So we'll have upstairs on the roof open. We'll have downstairs open. And we'll look to close it out in 5 in grand fashion at the Ainsworth. Make sure you guys pull up, man. We got callers out. How are we looking? We got callers?
Yeah, we got mad callers, bro. So let's get back to the line. We also got super chats too. We got to run through as well.
Sure. Yeah.
Well, let's go to the calls first.
Did we read Chuck's super chat?
Yeah, we just did.
Okay. All right. Got you. All right, go ahead.
Just read Chuck's. Let's get to some calls first, all right? Because we got Fanchise channel members still waiting to call. We got King Matthews, man. We got King Matthews on the line. What's going on?
Matthews.
CP, CK, Alex. What a great way to end on the Sunday afternoon. How y'all fellas doing today, man?
Doing well.
Doing great.
Yes, sir, man. And yeah, y'all said about Detroit, man. It's kind of funny though. Y'all block all the Knicks fans from outside of Michigan because y'all want your own place. But y'all couldn't win in your home court. Y'all up 11, 8 minutes left. Y'all could have won this game, but y'all want to talk this BS, say Timmy got fouled. Y'all been hacking us. Y'all been more dirty. Thank God Brunson came back because I knew he was going to drop a 30-piece. He even drop a double-double, man. Shout out to Brunson. Shout out to Cat. Bro, the fadeaway was nice, but the step back 3? When's the last time you did a step back 3? Tell me. Tell me that.
Yeah.
Looking like Jokic out there with them step backs, man. Amazing. Now, all they got to do, play this in Game 5. No BS. Y'all take it easy. And last thing before I go, Cat, Dennis Schroeder, you're a scrub. Actually, let me scale that back. Cat, Dennis Schroeder, you're a bum. After all that, Knicks in 5. Take it easy.
Go. King Matthews, salute to you, man. King Matthews on the check, man. All right, Al, go ahead. Let's get to some more.
We got Sayquizzy next. What's going on, Sayquizzy?
Yo, y'all can hear me?
Yep, sir.
Yo, I lost my voice again. Like, the Knicks love to stress us out. Like, we had it. Like, this could have been an easy blowout in that second quarter when both teams was like playing terrible, but our defense was good and we were just missing shots. Like, Bridges was making me pull my hair when he had open shots, but he stepped up. And that third or fourth quarter when he did the 2 fadeaway threes, that was big. We needed those. And then when Brunson going down, I'm like, please just keep it a close game, because if he come back, I know he's going to get us this W. And that's what he did. He went in the back, got his cape, and then went crazy. Like on one leg. No free throws.
One leg.
No free throws. I ain't see him take one free throw in that fourth. Going crazy. They couldn't stop him. And Cat, yo, that little post fade to make it a 2-point game, bro. That was crazy. And then that three, I had a Cat, oh my gosh moment. Because I was like, no way. Once he shot that, I said, there's no way that's going in. That joint went in. I was going crazy. But the Knicks, like, we got to close it out Tuesday. Like, if we get the lead, keep it going. Don't give this team no hope. Because this could have been an easy win. Because that second, Pistons were shooting bad, but we was doing the same thing. So we got to end it. But like I said before, Kate Cunningham, a bag of yams, green egg and ham. Knicks in 5. Knicks in 5.
Sayquizzy.
Out of here. I'm hyped.
Sayquizzy, let's go, man. Let's go. All right, Al, who else we got, man?
We got Pops the Legend on the line, man. We got Pops the Legend.
Yep. Shout out to Pops.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good, man. How you feeling, man? Good to hear from you, bro.
Excited. I just want to start it off by saying, thank you for Detroit, for the Bad Boy Pistons, for awakening the heart of a lion in the Knicks team that I thought was dormant throughout the whole year. I think this is the starting point when they're like, okay, it's time to buckle up and take this series. And that's exactly what they're doing, beating them at their own game right now.
Yeah. And not only that, man, it's just like, yo, this is the playoff time. This is money time. This is why you can't, judge everything off the regular season. Like these type of situations that the Knicks find themselves in can galvanize them going forward. You just don't know. This is why you take the diapers off and just watch and just let the chips fall where they may, man. This is still a talented group, a top-heavy group, but the top is talented, led by the captain, Jalen Brunson. You just went into the locker room, gave these guys a chance to get into the game, came back and killed them in the end. Stick with the squad, man. Don't bury them just yet because they're not done. Go ahead, Pops.
No. And I think you're exactly right, CP. Even I'll take the onus on it. I've been, Jekyll and Hyde with this team. But like I said, it was 82 plus. And right now we're just adding more to the plus. And let's keep it going. And shout out to KnicksFanTV because, we're going to be here throughout the whole ride.
Yep. Salute to you, man. Pop's a legend, fellas. Pop's a legend in the building. Pops, hope you're doing well. Good to hear from you. Oh, man, don't tell me the legend passed away.
Yeah, I just saw that.
Man.
No.
Man, rest in peace, man. They're saying Dick Barnett passed away. Wow.
Damn.
Rest in peace, man. Rest in peace to Dr. Barnett.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, sad, very sad to hear that. Wow. Damn, that's tough. We had an opportunity. We had an opportunity to work with the foundation. Had an opportunity to meet Dr. Barnett on several occasions. He's been on this platform several times. We had a great opportunity to work with the platform and further the cause of the Barnett Foundation. So, we just want to say absolutely rest in peace to the legend. Rest in peace to the legend, Dr. Dick Barnett. Knicks legend, NBA legend, made the Hall of Fame. There was a big, tireless campaign to put him into the Hall of Fame, and he did make it as a member of Tennessee A&I, Tennessee State University, but to make it as a pro, he was able to get that done last year. So thankfully, he was able to do that. They were able to do that for him before he transitioned. But certainly, we appreciate his contributions, not just to the game, but to our culture and society as well, because that's where he really wanted to make his imprint. On all the conversations that we had, he didn't want to talk about basketball. He wanted to talk about life and giving us the life skills to keep going and to persevere. That's what Dr. Barnett wanted for us. So yeah, make sure, we're going to put that interview back out that we had with him because it's very important, especially in this day and age, to put it out there and to keep his message going. But yeah, definitely big condolences, big rest in paradise to Dr. Dick Barnett, and we thank him for just making this platform just that much greater with his presence and his words, because it was very important, man. Thank you to the foundation as well. I'm gonna hit my guy Steve up in a bit, but rest in peace to Dr. Dick Barnett, Knicks legend, basketball legend, and a legend of our culture for sure. Rest in peace, Dr. Barnett, man. All right. Where do we want to go, Al? We want to go more calls? We can go more calls.
Let's get to some more calls. We got Tone, man. We got Tone on the line. Tone, unmute your mic.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, man, that was a great game, man. To quote one of the greatest shows of all time, man. How many times do you have to teach this lesson, old man? From SpongeBob. JB, how many times do we have to beat you, bro? How many times you keep playing with us, bro? That's the first thing. Second thing, we got Captain Clutch. Once he came back and I seen him start scoring, I was like, okay, it's coming. He about to turn Super Saiyan. I see them little dreads one at a time. They turning yellow one at a time. Hit that 3. I was like, oh yeah, he ready. He ready now. I was like, oh yeah. I was out all day driving. It's beautiful here. It's like 70 here. Sun's out. Had my sunroof open. I was in the car, so the speakers is blasting Knicks games. People looking at me crazy because I'm yelling. I'm hitting the horn. I'm going crazy. Yeah, this game was amazing, man. Big shout out to Cat too. Bro, clutch. Welcome to New York. This is his welcome to New York moment.
Yeah.
That shot, the turnaround shot, money. Knicks in 5, man. And I gotta finish my Shannon Sharp thing too, man. Because I gotta be a part of the train too. Man, birds fly high. Pistons controllers died. Knicks in 5. I'm out.
Let's go. Sayquizzy.
Nice.
Salute to you, man. Sayquizzy.
Shout out to Tone.
The building. Yeah, man. Absolutely. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it rolling out.
Yes, sir. We got, who else we got in here, man? We got Adoozy in here. Adoozy.
Yo, y'all hear me? Am I valid?
Yeah, man. What's your name? Where you calling in from, bro?
What's up, man? I'm living in Chicago, but I'm from Bushwick.
Salute, man. Salute to Bushwick, man. For sure. How you feel?
Just a few pointers. Bridges missed some timely important threes in the beginning, but I knew they'd have to keep getting him involved to eventually make some shots and get into a rhythm towards the end, which he did with those 2 important threes, thank God. And that third quarter of the Knicks getting brutalized and no calls being called, and then the Pistons crying for a call at the end was beautiful to see. And so I'll leave it at this. There's only 3 things in life that are for sure: death, taxes, and Brunson coming back and dropping straight buckets after getting injured, man. Gave him some compound V and we good. And also, we saw Abdul Carter and Jackson Dart get drafted and the Knicks won. Yeah, we up. Knicks in 5, baby. Let's go.
Shout out to Adoozy, man. Who else we got in here? We got Zay. We got Zay in here. Zay, what's going on? Unmute your mic.
What's going on, fellas?
What up? What up? How you feeling?
Man, how you feeling, Zay?
I'm doing all right, man. Great win. Great win. I'm gonna shout something out, man. Alex, CK, y'all came in with the right energy for this pod. Started it off, and then CP came in fourth quarter. Mr. Captain Clutch came in with the gospel. All right, shout out to you, man. Everything you spit was just straight bars. When it comes to watch your mouth when you talking about Jalen Brunson. All right, some of y'all out there in the chat be talking crazy. All right, watch your mouths. All right.
Yep.
Big captain, all right? Big cap. Don't ever he's too small to lead a team. Watch your mouth, all right? That ain't what we on, right? At the end of the day, this team is winning. This team is doing what they need to do. They're closing out the games. Any person that called themselves a fan that's sitting here buying into the hype about that last play being a foul, if you buying into that hype, you're not a Knicks fan. You're a Detroit fan. Because at the end of the day, Detroit only even in the game with us because they out there playing UFC. All right, they've been way more physical. We're the more talented team. The only reason why they're in any of these games is because the refs have been allowing them to be more physical. At the end of the day, it's Cade and the rest of them. We got a solid team. The problem is we're more on the talent side. So at the end of the day, this was a good win, great win. I mean, everybody put their heads down and just ball. All right, we don't complain. They don't cry. They don't do none of that. That's New York basketball at its best. At the end of the day, you don't cry, you don't complain, you just play ball. And at the end of the day, the point's gonna be everything's gonna lay where it lays. All right. That's just all I gotta say, man. At the end of the day, man, y'all doing a good job. And this team, y'all, don't worry about Mikal. Please don't worry about Mikal. Don't worry about none of these players. This is year one. And when I say year one, last time I said this is year one, some of the people was in the chat talking, oh, this is not year one. This is not year one. This is year one of Gen 2 of this team. Cat is year one. Mikal is year one. They trying to figure out their roles. Wait until next year. Wait until 2 years. That's going to be a solid team. Let this team continue to grow their chemistry. But at the end of the day, we did what we need to do. Knicks in 5. Shout out to y'all, man. Have a good one.
Zay, appreciate you, man. Shout out to Zay from Maryland on the Discord, tapping in. All right, Al, who else we got?
We got Robinator.
Real quick, before we get to Robinator, I'm setting up another stream because producer Daniel is gonna have to roll off. So I'm setting up another stream to get us back on. So there's gonna be a part 3 of this one. So I'm gonna put the link to that stream in the chat. Just make sure you guys are ready for it as we roll over. But we'll do that at 5:30. But Al, go ahead and get the next call in here.
Robinator, what's going on?
Testing 1 2 3.
Robinator, how are you feeling?
Hey, this is Robin Chowdhury from Calgary. I don't really.
Yeah, what's up, man? What's up?
Hey, what's up, man? I'm actually in Chicago now, but I'm just coming back from infiltrating Little Caesars Arena.
Yes, Stadium Report. Let's get it.
Stadium Report. The crowd was crazy, man. I mean, that was the loudest I've ever seen a crowd. But amazing game. Watching Jalen Brunson go out. There were quite a few Knicks fans in my area, and you could kind of just feel the energy, you know. I even saw a lady in front of me texting on her phone saying, specifically saying, "Oh man, if he's out, we might have a chance to win this." I'm reading her text this on her phone. Like,
let's go.
He came back, killed it. I mean, some of the shots, some of the angles he was shooting at, I couldn't believe it watching it live. And then the cat step back. I mean, he fumbled the ball a bit, step back, hit the 3. I mean, oh my God, I'm just super excited. Amazing win. Knicks in 5.
Yes, sir. Yes. How was it hostile in there? You felt you were right, man.
It was very hostile, man. I don't know. I wasn't very comfortable in there, but I mean, but it was okay. I mean, people were yelling at me left and right, especially every time I went to the bathroom. But I just told them Knicks in 5 every time someone yelled at me.
Yeah, there you go.
Right, yeah, there you go.
And that's it. But the feeling of everybody screaming, I mean, it was so loud in there. The feeling when we finally took that win and Josh Hart coming to the center of the court and screaming at the fans, I loved that moment. That was probably one of the best moments of the game. I think they were just so hyped. They were so excited to win the game. And all of the Knicks players were just screaming at the crowd at the end of the game. So that was really fun.
Yeah, there you go, man. Appreciate the support. Robin is a day one, originally out of Calgary, right?
Calgary? Yeah, out of Calgary, and I'm in Chicago now. But I've been following you guys since day one, man. I'm always listening.
Day one, man. Appreciate the support. Way to rep the orange and blue and the KFTV family, man. And good win, man. Glad you got
always a good win.
On the
road, 5, guys. See you later.
Yes, sir. Stay up. That's our guy, Robin Chowdhury, checking in from. He was at the Little Caesars. He was at the little pizza joint, checking in. Hang on 1 second, Alan CK. We got a $10 super chat. Did this guy just shift his allegiance? Hang on. Robert Randolph talking about King $10 super chat. Fanchise channel member. We put some respect on his name. Says King Cat came through big. It's time to play Shamit instead of Deuce. Oh, now he's hating on Deuce. Let's go Knicks in 5. Okay. So, Mr. Friday Night Knicks, it's Sunday. He's changed his tune. He's finally shifted from the Julius Hive, even though Julius is having a good playoffs. He's playing very well right now for the Timberwolves.
All right. Yeah.
I don't know what he's doing right now. I don't know what the score is. Don't care. But shout out to Robert Randolph. I guess you can stick around. Shout out to Mr. Friday Night Knicks.
Notice that his super chats always have to have one positive and then one negative.
Gotta go back.
He's got to throw somebody under the bus.
Right.
He's got to throw somebody under the bus. I like Deuce's game tonight. I like this floor game tonight. I didn't mind it. What do you guys think?
There were moments.
What?
I mean,
Yeah,
it's just tough, man. He's just struggling. Like, we need him to just shoot threes at this
Just
point,
shooting,
knock down his
yeah.
shots. And I think that's the biggest thing. Is like defensively, especially with Wingstop the way they were playing tonight. Like, yes, defense is very critical in this series, but
Yes.
yo, we're looking for answers because OG and Bridges, they didn't come up big, and we're looking for someone to give Brunson a little relief. You'll get the bench minutes tonight, man. It was just, I mean, Mitch
Yeah.
had 9. Shamit played not even a minute. You had Payne, who played very little too. And so Deuce played the most, but I'm just looking for Deuce's offense, man. That's really what we need. And, he's going to get his opportunities. Hopefully he just finds his rhythm soon, man. We need it sooner rather than later.
For sure.
That's all it is. Because it's not like he wasn't getting the shots off. He was getting the shots he wanted. He was open for a few possessions. They just weren't going down yet. And I think that's it. But nothing, no ill will. They're going to fall. So that's all. We're just waiting on it.
In Thibs We Trust. Go ahead and unmute your mic. In Thibs We Trust.
Yeah. What up, CP, CK, Alex? I know you guys have some technical difficulties. Listen, man, it don't matter. 3 parts, 4 parts, 5 parts. The show's still gonna be fire.
Let's go.
We still moving forward.
Let's go.
I want to say first off, just rest in peace to Dr. Barnett, man. That's a big loss. But such a powerful individual in the society, man. Crazy how quick life moves.
Yes.
And also to you, CP, just want to say thank you, bro. I appreciate you stopping by with the in-person delivery today.
Special delivery.
Fire, bro. Fire. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
I swear, bro. I opened up that door, had KnicksFanTV on the big TV in the living room. I was like, yo, what is going on here, man?
Yeah, man. Just trying to do something different, man. But I appreciate you, bro.
No.
Appreciate you. Mr. Friday Night Knicks, appreciate you coming to the light, my brother. You will be here soon, man. This team is unbelievable to watch, man. Unbelievable to watch. Wingstop, I think I said this back in December, January, like we weren't healthy. We haven't had a good run of this entire full squad. And to see Wingstop perform the way that they have been doing, I got to give credit to Mikhail and to OG both. They may not be shining on the points per game, or even the efficiencies from the 3-point line, but goodness, the amount of work that they're doing on Cade Cunningham and then impacting the 3-point line, which has been a weakness for the Knicks this season, is defending that 3-point line. And if you take a look at it, there's some wide open shots that Tim Hardaway Jr. put up today that he probably could have made and he missed, but it's also the impact from the defense is causing him to shoot it that quick or to adjust his shot release or something like that. But they've had an amazing impact on that. And then if you take a look at the defense also, what the Knicks have done really well, and this is just something that this is a Thibs thing, man, and this is just how this team has also responded with the leadership from Jalen Brunson since coming to New York. It's making the changes after they lose abysmally, right? So game 2, we were ready to crash out. Everything was going wrong. They've been stepping up in that pick and roll, going over that screen and not falling under. So it gives Cade Cunningham nothing. It gives those 3-point shooters nothing to work off of. They have to work really hard to get their shot off of. And it's been crazy. I will say that third quarter though, CP, oh my goodness, man. To start that third quarter, my wife was like, yo, calm down. I was like, nah, look at the fouls. I don't get it. I don't know what's going on here. I mean, it was almost like the refs were just waiting for a fight or for somebody to get teed up to finally step in. But what goes around comes around. And because of those missed calls in the third and throughout the game and the physicality that they allowed them to play, it put the game against the refs on that final shot in Tim Hardaway Jr. And they had to either make a call or not make a call. And because of the way that they reffed that game, I don't think that they could have made that call. Because then you start questioning every other call and every other shot that they missed. And I can point out 6 straight buckets in the third quarter that the Knicks drove to the lane and didn't get that foul.
100%.
Last thing I'm just going to say real quick, too, is, and shout out to my coach, shout out to my boy Thibs. He is out coaching JB Bickerstaff. I want to pinpoint 2 specific points. One, using your challenge in the first quarter with the possibility of going down 3-1 is a rookie mistake by a head coach. You don't do that. You don't lose that and then lose the ability to challenge third or fourth quarter. And there's probably a couple calls he could have challenged and probably could have won to swing some momentum. Thibs didn't use the challenge. He still had a challenge left at the end of the game. And there's probably a bunch of places that he could have challenged it, but trusting your assistants and then making the right call shows how he outcoached them. The other piece of it is when Cat picked up his 4th foul, he trusted him and he left him on the court.
Yeah.
You know, the Knicks the Pistons go on a crazy run and he leaves the team in. He's not calling multiple timeouts. This shows not only just the trust in the team, but it gives your team confidence that your coach believes in everything that they can get done on the court, man. And
sure.
To the Cap, man, I'm just absolutely speechless, man. That we are so blessed to have this guy in orange and blue. And I'm looking forward to Tuesday, man. I said we're gonna shut him out on Tuesday, and it's gonna happen. So CP, appreciate you. You were always welcome by the house, brother. Let me know next time.
Yes, sir.
Dinner and drinks is prepared, man. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to Thibs We Trust on the Discord.
I have one argument.
Yeah.
I think in Thibs We Trust, I think what JB Bickerstaff should do, I think he should try it one more time in game 5. I think he should try challenge the first quarter one more time. Seeing if maybe it'll work this time. I think he should try it again, just to be safe.
You should do it 2 seconds into the game.
Do it again. Why
so.
not?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think you're what you're saying is great, but I think he should try one more time just to find out. Maybe this is the time.
Yeah, bad challenge management by JB.
Yeah, back-to-back games he did it. I couldn't believe it when he did it again today. I was like, there's no way.
Yeah, he's desperate. He's desperate. He's trying to get his team a leg up. He's desperate, you know?
What's hilarious is that man's calling for fouls now after he's saying, "Oh, you know, we live in the same.
Yeah,
we
like
to live here." And then next thing you know, he's running out to the court at the end. Oh, they found Timmy. Why don't you go help him? Come on, man. Like, come on, bro. Keep that same energy.
Keep the same energy, right, Mister? We live in the physicality. You just can't make it up, man. Great job by you, Al, on that call out for sure. Shout out to Thibs We Trust. And shout out to Thibs, man, because I did think that, you know, in the late sequences, we had enough timeouts to manage some good defense to offense lineups. You had lineups with no cap and no cat to get the stop, right? And then you get your guys back. They had enough timeouts to shuffle up some rotations there. So good job by Thibs in seizing the moment and getting his best defenders out there when they needed it the most, Al. What'd you think about that, man?
Yo, I thought the defense tonight was just on point. And I called it out earlier before you joined. It was like, yo, Josh, McCall, OG. I mean, you look at the 3-point shooting for Detroit, it's in the dirt. And so, look, when you have guys like Malik Beasley, who's led the league, especially knocking him down from corner 3, Timmy had his moments tonight. We've seen him even get going in the third game too. So the fact that you're stopping these guys, including Tobias and Schroeder, from knocking down threes, because that's what put this game back in the balance, especially when you think about losing game 2. It came down to a Schroeder 3. It shows you how these guys are picking up the intensity on the perimeter, at least, because, look, inside, Pistons still were able to get theirs, but you got to give a lot of credit to what Wingstop is doing right now, man. And this is the billing that they're supposed to live up to, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, you want to see that even go further. Like, don't want to think too far ahead, but they're doing the damn thing right now. And look, even though offensively for OG and McCall, it was not great tonight, they did the other end, which is, look, if they're not, you know, Thibs always talks about it, right? If it's not going for you offensively, what else are you doing on the court to help? And they did that. Okay, so defensively, like, look, and I said it again, it's like Thompson could have had that dunk, Bridges right there to get a block. Like, we're looking to stop momentum. We're looking to put these guys on their heels. We're looking for the Pistons to be shook. And when you get stops like that, right, and you see the amount of turnovers that they had, I think they had like 11 turnovers in the first half.
Yeah,
it's because the Knicks, excluding the last 2 minutes of the second quarter, we're playing some top-end defense. They're like, yo, Pistons, figure it out, man. You ain't coming through. There's not Swiss cheese over here, as Clyde likes to say. So the defense, man, has certainly stepped it up another notch. I would have loved to, I just want to see it with Mitchell Robinson out there. I know he's recovering from an illness for today, but I would love to see Mitch in full effect, healthy, anchoring that defense, because then I think the Knicks could have really, opened the doors and really kicked down the doors in this game if they continue to put the clamps on them like they did. But hey, man, Knicks still get the win.
Yeah, I'm with you there, man. I did get a bit of an injury report on a couple of these guys. They did say that Mitch still wasn't all that good in terms of whatever stomach bug that he was dealing with. So Mitchie's a little bit under the weather, so he wasn't all that good. And on
from that Little Caesars, Mitch.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Hey, Mitch.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. in the Last Dance docuseries, right? How was it Michael Jordan's trainer says that he had a pizza and we think it was a stomach bug. Maybe that Little Caesars pizza.
Little pizza. Yeah. I'm telling you, bro.
They try to take Mitch. They try to take Mitchie out, man.
Look, man, Detroit's trying everything, man. They're trying to ruin the shot clock violation, man. This is why I don't want to hear from people, man. Especially out in Detroit. Don't talk to me about the shot clock. Don't talk to me about foul. Don't talk to me about a lot of things. Y'all trying way too many things out there.
They try to take Mitchie out, man. So they said he's still kind of recovering from that, and then they said with Cap, everybody was wondering. First of all, I thought it was ACL. I thought it was the worst. So I was it took, like I said, everybody was deflated when Cap went down.
I was about to ask you, CP, how was the watch party when he went down? Like, did you hear the
quiet as a mouse?
Man.
It went from like the vibes was crazy immaculate to like, oh man, because it just didn't look good. But then I had gotten word that it was just a leg pinch, not an ankle, just a leg pinch. He got retaped. He's good to go. So there shouldn't be any lingering hangovers for Game 5. He should be good to go for Game 5. So just a leg pinch. And clearly when he came back and destroyed him for 15 points in the fourth, that's a good indicator that he was also okay. So I think Cap should be good to go for Game 5.
Yeah, we got to close this out in Game 5 more now than ever. Make sure he gets as much rest as possible for the next round. So got to finish this on Tuesday, boys.
Yeah, 100%, man. Shout out to, speaking of the watch party, shout out to Jeffrey C., Fanchise channel member, says shout out to CP and crew. Had an amazing time with the wife at the watch party. Yes, oh man, after the fourth quarter comeback, because what happened was, Alan CK, once he went down, and like I said, everybody was deflated. You could hear a pin drop in the place. Shout out to Cedro, our guy Cedro, KFTV day one. He's taking over the MC duties for us, man, and just overall, watch party manager. He gets on the mic and he's like, yo, man, everybody, we got to change the energy in here. Everybody's dead. It was just so quiet. So Cedro got everybody spirits back up. And it was good. It was a good time because it coincided with the team hanging in there and ultimately Cap coming back. And in the fourth quarter, we were just standing on tables going crazy at the Ainsworth. So it was absolutely bananas, full place. Wall to wall from it was a family show in there, from adults all the way down to little infants. We were just in there having a ball, man. So shout out to everybody that pulled up, and we'll see you guys Tuesday, man. Tuesday 5:30. We'll start things off for Game 5, man. Everybody at the table had a for the fans, by the fans rally towels, fellas. Great vibes on Tuesday night. I mean on Sunday today at the watch party. Okay.
Shout out to Cedro, man. CP, you say he raised the spirits of everybody at the watch party.
He did.
Now I'm going to make a reference. I know CK will get it. I mean, you might not get it because you're too old. But look, I'm just thinking about Dragon Ball Z, and I think about the spirit bomb. How everybody puts their hands up in the air, trying to give the energy needed for Goku to have like the power in order to win and defeat. Everyone remembers Vegeta when he's in his primal instinct state. So that's kind of what it sounds like, man. To me,
I love that. That's the second Dragon Ball Z call we got. I like it. it. JB going Super Saiyan, Spirit Bomb call. I like it. Look at us, man.
Hey,
Knicks fan culture.
Look, CK, we got to get CP into it. We got to force. We got to get CP to watch this thing.
Man, I got the spider webs growing in the corners. That was way past my time.
Come on.
Way past my time, fellas. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I'm glad you guys were able to make that analogy, and it was worth it for you guys, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad you were able to harken back to the good old days for you. You know? Yeah. I'm happy.
Thanks, man.
I'm happy.
Well, one day, man. One day you'll understand. One day you'll. Maybe, who knows? Maybe little man will ask you to watch Dragon Ball Z one day, and the next thing you'll be forced to do so.
No doubt, man. Shout out to DJ Eric L. Beats, our resident watch party DJ. Eric was in there, had the crowd going crazy. He says Ainsworth Midtown was a zoo today. Knicks in 5. Yeah, Eric was there, man. Eric was there. It was crazy. And yeah, just one of those days, man. Like I said, it was emotional, man. We're just watching Cap go down, comes back in again like Willis Reed, puts the team on his back. Bodega, bro, that 3 by Bodega was insane. The roof blew off the place on that Bodega 3. And that's when you know, man, it was just in the cards for this team. It was just meant to be, man. There was nothing that could have been done to stop this Knicks team from losing this game today. It was New York grit. It wasn't pretty, but it was gritty. All the bars, all the lines. That's what our guys did today, man. Proud of this group, man, for sure. Absolutely. All right, let's get to the phones. Tone, go ahead, Tone. Tone, are you there? Tone on the Discord?
We already spoke to Tone, so let's see when we go again.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right, Tone, have a good weekend, fam. We'll drop you off. All right, let's go to LD. LD, go ahead.
Gentlemen. Y'all good?
Yes, sir. How are you, sir? It's been a
I'm
while,
good, I'm
man.
good,
I
I'm
haven't heard from you in a while, man.
Not at all. I called in game 2. You know what I'm saying?
Was I there? But did I speak to you game 2?
I could hear like a response. I could hear like a recording.
You
can hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear. We got you.
I could hear a playback recording now.
Playback recording?
Yeah, like I could hear either who called before or something like that.
Oh, maybe. I mean, is something on in your background? We good? Hey, CK and Al, you guys good, right?
Either way.
We're good. Go ahead, Ellie.
I'm just speak. Last time I called, I talked to UCP and you said you talked about Jalen Brunson, and your main point was he's got to trust, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I said specifically, this is the approach we've always taken. When it goes well, we can't celebrate then, but get frustrated when things go bad. That was the conversation we kind of had.
Mm-hmm.
Today, we needed him to do what we needed him to do. I'm super glad that he came back into the game. And as I said back then, Knicks in 5. I'm not worried about this series. I'm just looking forward. But my question to you is this, though.
Mm-hmm.
If we're being realistic about Detroit's roster, outside of Keith Cunningham, they shouldn't even make the play. They'll be looking for Cooper Flag, right? Is it that we have an offense that needs to improve, or is Detroit's defense that good? Like, why is it this close? And why are we needing Brunson to do what Brunson is doing?
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a good question, man. It's a very good question. I think you got to give them a lot of credit. They're a very gritty team. I mean, look at how they finished the season. Look at how they turned their season around, tripling their wins from last season. You know, finishing in the top 10 in defense. Their net rating, I think, was the top 5 or something else when they finished. It was something crazy. So I think it was well earned. And I also think, they went on a good run where the Knicks just really took their foot off the gas. I mean, what was the most we were up by today? 13, 15?
16.
16. So, the Knicks, they have to develop that killer instinct to not play with their food and make things much more difficult on themselves. But once the captain goes down, all hell breaks loose because they don't have an engine. And then where it should, to me, be going through Bridges, they put it in Payne's hands. They put it in Deuce's hands. The shot clock goes down. They have no idea what they're doing. Whereas, to me, I think they should still be running plays through Bridges, getting the paint touches, and going from there. But it just got very helter-skelter, man. Very easily could have lost this game. Very easily.
Either way, let's close this out in game 5. We don't need 6 or 7. Let's close it out. I'm going to let you know.
Yeah.
I still hear this.
Wait, one second, man.
I still hear the playback, though.
Go ahead. Oh, you still hear the playback? Well,
go ahead.
Here's my question for you, man, because you did say, this roster, this should be the best roster in the league, or it should be one of the best. But this next bench
I said the only...
Yes.
Hold up.
Yes.
I said there's 2 rosters that I will put above the Knicks.
Okay.
The Rockets and OKC.
Okay. So what's going on with the Knicks bench, man? What's going on with the bench?
They're not getting any playtime. What you want them to do from the bench?
What do you mean?
Who's playing? Preston Achua? No.
Deuce?
Campaign? Not really. Deuce is one of what? 15? Who else is playing?
Yeah. Well, I mean, what's going on?
Who else is playing though?
Who else you want? How many more bench people you want to play? It's the playoffs, LD.
I mean, as many as you need, right?
No.
What are you talking about? OKC is playing about 10 people.
Bro, they're playing Memphis. They can play 100 people and still win.
But Memphis is losing and playing 10 people.
Yeah, well, that's their problem.
You know what I'm
because
saying?
they stink.
Nah, you're not by CP. Come on, dog. You trying to use that against me? Nah, bruh.
Listen.
I still stand by it, though.
I'm just a conductor, LD. I'm just asking the questions.
Nah. I still believe Leon did an amazing job with this roster. If they get opportunities, I mean, our starters alone are struggling. So, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Thibs got to trust. How about that?
I mean, how much more trust you trying to win the game, LD?
No. I'm not mad at it, right?
Yeah.
I'm not mad at it because the results are happening.
Yeah.
I do think, though, the reason why it kind of answers the question I asked you.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we having to get to this point against this team?
Yeah.
It kind of answers my point. The fact that he needs our starters to be this busy against this roster might prove my point even more. I'm not mad at it at all, though, because the results are happening. But we all would prefer more players, about 8, 9 men to perform to get us where we need to get to. We don't want to be this dependent on our starters.
I hear you a lot. The only one because I think a lot of these guys are performing to how I would expect. The only one I'm a little like 50-50 on is Deuce. I was hoping for a better Deuce performance.
Deuce is struggling. Deuce is struggling. You know what I mean? But I mean, he's what, coming in number 6?
Yeah.
Did Mitch even really play? You know what I'm saying? We're not.
But
really
he's sick.
using
The little Caesars did him in. He's sick. Mitchie's a little sicky right now. You know what I'm saying? Mitchie's a little sicky right now.
I'm not mad at the boys though. Thibs got to trust. When we get to Boston, we're going to use the bench more. Let's just get past Detroit. Let's pass round 1. We'll talk about that later.
Okay, peace, brother. Peace, man. Catch you next time. It's our guy LD, man. You know, just a conductor here, Alex. I'm just asking the questions, man. You know, they're going to need to be a lot better. They are definitely going to need to be a lot better if and when they get to Boston. Everybody's going to have to be firing. Deuce, Payne, Shamet. You know, everybody's going to have to be busting threes, man. That because, you know, that's just what you're facing. So, hey, one step at a time. Shout out to LD, man. Call back anytime.
But I mean, the point still stands. Like the benches, it's tough right now, man, because you're looking at these guys. Like even, I was looking at the times for both. I was looking at both like the minutes for both teams today, and you could say there was a true 7, maybe 8 for Detroit, and there's really like 6 guys for New York today. And look, like Knicks got the win. They get now a day worth of rest before they play again on Tuesday. But to everybody's point, man, it's just you're looking for that collective team effort and getting some, getting some relief from the bench.
Yeah.
A little scary out here, man.
Sure.
In the sense of like you need that help from the bench, especially from Deuce right now.
Yeah.
Or like if you even get a Shamet game, I know like he ended the season well, and now it's just Thibs saying absolutely not. We are not using you the man who legitimately had 44 seconds today on the court.
Yeah,
that's it.
44.
Yep.
Not a minute. Not 59. Not a minute 2. Not 59 seconds. 44 seconds. Thibs like, you in, you out. We're done.
Shout out to KFTV Tyler, man. Go ahead, CK. Shout out to Tyler. Go ahead, CK.
No, I was just gonna say he literally only came in to save Karl-Anthony Towns for the last few minutes of the third quarter, or 44 seconds of the third quarter.
Yeah,
that was the only reason why he came in.
That was it. That was it, man.
And think about it. He was even using the first half. That's what I'm saying. It's like end of the third quarter. It's Hey, you just want these guys to be rested, man. Because it's getting tough, especially with the physicality of this game. I mean, look, even with how Brunson went down, you could say fatigue plays a part in that. Especially since he's still recovering from the injury over a month ago. But, you just want to see and this is nothing that Thibs can do. Like, your bench has to go out there and produce. And you can't you can't go to your bench for so long when the other team just got up 11 points. Like, you need to dwindle that lead. That's the difficulty of this.
Well, this is what I'm saying. Like my guy Terrence Cox. Like me and Terrence is going back and forth in the comments post game after 3, 4, 5. We always go back and forth. He's kind of like LD's like evil twin. You know what I mean? Not evil, but they're welcome to call it back anytime. But
you can see. Tell us how you feel, CP.
But no. But I like talking to them because they have opposing viewpoints to mine. But Terrence is like, we got to go to different players on the bench. We got to go to different guys. And I'm like, it's like, who else are you going to go to? If Deuce don't got it, if Cam don't got it, if Shamet don't got it, where else are you going to go? Even when you gave Tyler his minutes, he wasn't busting no threes. Where else are you going to go? Dadier? Was Dadier dressed tonight? I don't even know if he was dressed tonight. Your bench is your bench right now. You're going to go to Precious to get you some threes?
The enforcer.
Look, I think Precious could get some minutes right now. Have we been missing him per se? No. But yeah, he could give him some minutes, whatever. I'm good with Mitchie, man. Now Mitchie was a little sicky tonight. All right, you go to Precious.
You gotta go to the enforcer, I guess. CP.
Yeah.
PJ Tucker.
You go to
That's who
PJ.
Oh, I thought you were calling Precious
go
the
to
enforcer. I was
PJ.
like, wait a minute. Yeah.
Who?
I thought you were calling Precious the enforcer. I was like, wait, what did I miss? Okay. PJ.
Precious is like that dude that, you know, like if you look at a gang and like you see like the whole lineup, the dude with the crazy eyes, you're like, I don't trust that guy.
Yeah. I'm not going to Toddy with in the middle of, you know, rabid fans. They got rabies coming out of their mouth in Detroit, barreling down the back. The team is down by 15. What do you think Tyler's going to do out there? I mean, come on, Terrence, man. What, we got a 20-man rotation? This ain't the regular season.
Would you trot out DeLon Wright?
I would.
It depends. Like, yeah, for sure. But the problem was that when Brunson went out, they didn't have any paint touches, man. Nobody was driving to the basket. I'm not trusting DeLon to do that.
You said it yourself.
Yeah.
When Brunson went out, Campaign came in and it was just like a chicken with its head cut off.
It was
just all over the place. At least with DeLon, then you know he's not looking to try and throw up a three or throw up a floater. The game's going to slow down, which is what we needed in that moment, and possibly the ball would have gone through, like you said, Cat or Mikal in that instance. I feel like when Cam was out there, it was just like, all right, I got to try and fill these shoes real quick with the few seconds I get before Brunson comes back.
Yeah.
So I think it's that instance where I would, look for DeLon Wright, at least at that point.
Cam did throw up his patented "we don't need that" scoop layup. That
he's good for it every time.
Yeah, the patented "we don't need that" scoop layup that takes like 5 seconds to come back down because it never hits anything. But doesn't go anywhere. You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather Cam take like a half court "we don't need that" three before the scoop layup that never ever goes in. Never has a better chance.
Yeah, the half court three has a better chance than that layup for sure.
Right. So I think that's where they got into trouble. Like somebody said in the chat, to control the game, that's where, again, I'm looking to run the offense through Bridges. But, that's on Thibs. He's got to do that.
He hasn't done enough, and he hasn't had enough run this season to actually be an initiator. And so it's, hey, man.
Yeah.
Got to work on that for next season.
Sure. All right, man, we're going through the bench. Let's get to Too Melo. Go ahead.
What's good, y'all?
Good. How you feeling, man?
I feel great. I figured this series would go this way. I just wanted to talk about the football that the refs have allowed the Pistons to play against Jalen Brunson. I feel terrible for it. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I was going to call after game 2, but I didn't want to cry about how poorly refed I thought that game was. They shot 15 more free throws than us. And I'm not going to get into, could you guys imagine what people would be saying if we had a game where we shot 15 more free throws than the Pistons? All we would hear about is the script and how the league wants the Knicks in the next round. Because I wanted to ask, because, this game, they let them play football out there tonight. Let's be honest. They're crying about that last foul, but, look at that foul Dennis Schroeder got when he got barely touched jumping into Deuce McBride and got a foul call on it for free throws. If that's a foul, Jalen Brunson is fouled every possession. But now that we are up 3-1, now that game 2 is in the rear mirror, in the rearview mirror, I want to ask about it. Because I want to know if it's just me. Maybe I'm making excuses. Maybe I'm complaining. Do we believe that the Pistons deserve 15 more free throws than we did in that game? Because I looked it up. They beat us by points in the paint by 6. We've actually won all the points in the paint battles in this series. I'm not sure about today. I have to look it up. But we've had the most points in the game except for that one game, and it was by 6. Because I feel like this should be a sweep at this point. We should have swept the Pistons by now. So I want to know, is it me? Am I just complaining? Am I making excuses for the Knicks and thinking that was a poorly reffed game?
It's tough, man.
15 free throws, CP.
Yeah.
19 to 34. They had 3 less free throws than both teams took combined in game 1.
Yeah.
It was 17 to 19.
I tend to throw the tinfoil kufi on when it comes to the refs in the playoffs, man. I always believe that they're gonna swallow the whistle to help the team that's down to make things more spicy.
To extend the series.
To extend and make things more spicy. I always believe it. Tim Donaghy even said it. You know what I'm saying? I believe that, and we see it. We've been seeing it. So, in me knowing that, like, when I watch the games, I tend not to complain too much about the officiating just because I feel like I already expect it to happen. So when you're the other team, when you're on the opposite side of the whistle, you got to play through it. You know, you got to play through it. And the Knicks did, and they earned it. They got what they needed tonight. So all that Timmy stuff in the fourth quarter.
26 shots today, and shot 2 free throws. And, they've been letting us have it about the flopping, It's been brutal. I don't know how much you guys have heard about it. I follow like a subreddit that is called like NBA East Meme War, and it's hilarious. I know you guys never probably heard of it, but all the flopping allegations. 2 free throws tonight, 15 in the fourth quarter on no free throw shots. While they're playing football, I mean, it was brutal out there tonight. I appreciate y'all for taking the call. I just wanted to ask about the second game, because I think that this should have been a sweep. This series should be over by now if it wasn't for the plus 15 free throw attempts they got in a very poorly refed game. Y'all have a good one.
Appreciate you.
I'll call again when we get rid of them in the next game, because this is Knicks in 5. This is over. Their spirits are killed.
Let's go.
Y'all have a good one.
Way too mellow checking in on the Discord. All right. Way too mellow checking in, fellas. Shout out to OK Bert, $10 super chat says, is Bugs Bunny in the Knicks locker room? Every time he goes to the locker room and come back, he turns into Super Captain Clutch. I guess that's a Space Jam thing.
Oh, yeah. After it, got it.
Yeah. Shout out to him. Shout out to Fanchise channel member Mr. J Russ, $20 super chat says, run it back. MSG is going to be electric next game. Bickerstaff crying. We had a bad shooting game in which we shot better from 3 than 2, and we still won. Whole team hit timely and clutch shots. Appreciate y'all. Shout out to Mr. J Russ. Great points. Al, that was to your point.
I think just think about even what the caller said, way too mellow. Just think about the second game. I just think like for that game, it was just an ugly game by the Knicks too. I'm looking at what the Thunder just did to the Grizzlies. You gotta be able to go out there and weather the storm from all basketball elements, even if that includes the refs. So the officiating is never going to be perfect. I get that. They're humans too. They're going to make their own errors. But as you pointed out too, CP, like we got to think there's a little bit of a business aspect through here. Like what's more enticing? And I mean, look, for a 3-6 matchup where you're getting the hype up of the Pistons, of being this new bad boy era, they're going against the New York team, which has a lot of hype as well with the trades that they've made. You don't want to necessarily see this thing go out in 4. That's why I always joke, man. I mean, Scott Foster is the professional extender when it comes to series, man. So it is what it is, man. It's going to happen. 100%. Just to let you know, we got more super chats from the first stream. So if
we're
going to
get through all of it. Yeah, once we get through the calls, we're going to catch up on all the super chats from the first one. And then what we'll do, salute to the replay gang. We unfortunately had to break this thing up in 3 parts, which I hate. But we'll end up putting it all together into one video, one audio file, and we'll just make sure it's a streamless process for everybody, man. It's just unfortunate, but it is what it is. We rock with it. 1,600 on the check-in. If you guys are new in the chat, leave us a hashtag new. We'll shout you guys out. Shout out to Stop the Panic. He says, always New York versus the world and the refs. Knicks in 5. Shout out to him, Fanchise channel member. Okay, back to the Discord we go as we wrap up. JG, go ahead. You up next. JG.
Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going?
Good. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Running out of words to describe what Jalen Brunson has been doing in the fourth quarter.
Oh, yes.
He can, man, the first quarters you can shoot like 2 for 20, and then the fourth quarter, it don't matter. He'll be very efficient, find his guys, and get his buckets. I also thought, with all the talk about Cat being soft and he chokes in the playoffs, I mean, I know game 2 was rough, but after that, it seems like something clicked with him.
Yes.
And last game obviously was great, and this game, those 2 shots in the fourth were crazy.
Monster
Unbelievable.
shots by Bodega, man.
Unbelievable.
These last 2 games, incredible shots, man.
Yeah, man, he's been awesome. And, the last thing I wanted to say was, Bridges, he missed obviously a lot of open shots in that, in the early part of the game. And, a lot of times, and we see it throughout the league and even with our guys, a lot of times where, guys are missing shots, they kind of lose energy and don't really care to be there. But I thought, even with him missing all those shots, his defense was phenomenal today, I thought. He had a lot of energy. He was guarding Cade a lot of the game, especially in the fourth. OG was out for a good amount of time, and he was getting stops and, paid off in the end, especially he was able to finally hit those 2 big shots in the fourth, too, to get us back in it. So I thought he was great today. But, back in the Garden, game 5, Knicks in 5, light work.
Let's go, JG, man. Appreciate you, man. Have a great week.
Yes, sir.
Knicks in
Yes, sir.
5.
Go.
JG on the check-in. STG Nick, you up next. Go ahead.
What's up, guys? What an amazing win. I was outside the Garden watching the game.
Nice.
With the official, they had a Knicks watch party outside. It was pretty cool. It was a little colder out today, but amazing win. I was not gonna lie, I was getting a little nervous there because at the end of the third quarter, Karl Towns, 4 fouls, Jalen Brunson in the locker room, and I was like, uh-oh. But no, these guys just show toughness. I mean, this is the first time I really think they kind of had backs against the walls, and they really showed character, and it was definitely very impressive, for sure. So just glad we were able to somehow pull this one out. And now we can do what we haven't done since Game 6 of the 1999 Eastern Conference Finals, is close out a series at home. We had a chance to do it last year, Game 5 against the 76ers, before some wild things happened, but we can finally close out a series at home. So that would be amazing to do that, get some rest. So hopefully Orlando wins tonight, pushes that series 2-2, and just gives our guys a chance to rest. And let's wrap this thing up on Monday at home.
STG, see you there Tuesday. We'll see you there, man. Let's go. Game 5 at the Garden. Let's go, man. Let's go, Knicks. Okay, let's get to, and we'll close out with the rhyme animal, Chuck D, man. Chuck, how you feeling, man?
Hey, listen, man. Forget the rest, man. It ain't gonna get easier.
Yeah. Right, that's
It's
right.
gonna
That's
go,
right.
it's gonna get harder. We're gonna fight. We're gonna see adversity in quarters where everybody wants to fire the coach and trade all the players and say Jalen ain't a captain. And listen, after this game, I would have followed 90 streams to let out what I had inside, be punching and fighting. But in the great words and rest in peace, the great fallback baby Dick Barnett, who KFTV so graciously brought across the century line to new fans in the 1969-70 championship game where Jerry West hit that 55-footer that sent the game into overtime in the LA Forum. I think that's game 6. The bench and the team gets all dejected because they had it, and Jerry West hits this 55-footer, counted for 2 points then. So everybody's dejected, and Dick Barnett says, I don't know why y'all looking sad. This game just got started. And then the Knicks got it and began to romp them out. I forget whether it's game 6 or 7, but it's the one where Dick Barnett comes back in the huddle and says, I don't know why y'all looking sad. This game just got started. And that, appropriately draws a line into what happened today. This team did not say quit. And don't think that wins against Detroit's going to be easy. They've been playing 90s ball all year long. Ain't going to be no easy win against Detroit.
Yeah.
And in the Garden, we got to make sure that we Broadway and that Hollywood. I know everybody gets all to come in the Garden and Celebrity Row and everybody's this and that. We're going to do this and all that. Yo, listen, man, we got to get the business with the killer instinct in the Garden and have the 16th man in the Garden just say, hey, root this on in, man, because it's not going to be easy. And it's not going to get easier as we go forward. We got to stay with the heart. Speaking of heart, how about those heart 3-pointers? That's confidence for Josh. And that knockaway of Cade's dribble out of bounds. Big play. Flavor was at the game.
Yeah.
And because he partially lived in Detroit, I told him, I said, if you pull any of that San Antonio sport nonsense tonight, when I see you in Memphis, I'm gonna punch you in the clock, boy. I will punch him in the clock. I'm telling you, man. I did not play with my food. Let me tell you, man. And let me tell you, all this talk about the Celtics, man, they ain't no dynasty yet. Everybody's talking like they the Bird, Bill Russell Celtics. They just won last year, man.
Yeah.
Have no fear, man. And stop. This goes out to Knicks Nation. Stop being the general manager after every bad quarter and a half. It's 48 minutes, man. And the way they beat up, the playbook for Detroit. I'm gonna give you all this before I leave. Listen, the way they beating up on Brunson, they read the playbook from all the Detroit, not the 90s, the 80s Detroit when they beat up on Jordan. Do you know there was a time that I actually felt sorry for Jordan in the 80s until he got through that. They would beat his tail, man. They would beat the family show out of him. And that's what they doing to JB. Once JB, if he gets out of this series, man, that next series, he ain't going to take that punishment like he's getting on this one. We're going to be the ones giving it. Knicks Nation, stay up. And like I told, CK early, masterful game, man. Man up, stand up, and fan up. KFTV, I'm out.
Shout out to the Rhyme Animal Chuck D, man. Shout out to the Rhyme Animal Chuck D. Salute to Knicks Nation. Hit that thumbs up button for you boys, man. Salute to Chuck. Salute to everybody watching. And, like he said, shout out to, well, not shout out to, but rest in peace, man. To the late, great Dr. Dick Barnett.
That's an awesome quote, too, that he dropped.
Yeah.
Awesome. It fits so well, too.
For sure.
Yeah.
And, the one thing with him is that, like I said, as he transitioned from the game, it wasn't about the game for him. It was not about the game for him. It was about pushing the culture forward and teaching the youngsters out there with a message. And his message was the 5 C's. Consciousness, commitment, conviction, courage, and control. That is what Dr. Dick Barnett preached. And like I said, we're going to put that interview back out there for people to hear it, to really hear the message. This is a guy that, when people talk about the things that they go through today, it's nothing to what this guy went through trying to make it in basketball. This was a guy who, back as a youth, in his 20s and college years and up, couldn't even use the restroom when other people was using it. Had to go out into the cornfields when his based basketball teams was traveling on the road, right? While these people are cheering for your team, you can't even use the same bathroom as them. Understand the hypocrisy that was going on when Dr. Dick Barnett, Bill Russell, and them was playing. Couldn't even eat in the same establishments of the same people that's rooting you on, so-called, in the stands. That's real adversity. That's real struggle. That is real persistence. That is what Dr. Dick Barnett was about. The 5 C's. Consciousness, commitment, conviction, courage, control. Rest in peace to the good doctor, man. As he transitions to an ancestor, we remember all of his contributions to the culture, to the game, and we say job well done. He handed off the baton to many. He was a mentor to Clyde. Clyde will tell you. I'm sure when you hear on the MSG broadcast, Clyde will give him a nice tribute. He was a mentor to many, man. Taught at St. John's. He went back to school after he tore his Achilles, went back to school, got his doctorate, and that's what he was about, man. Basketball was second after he went out there and got his doctorate because he understood how fleeting the fame and the notoriety was in terms of being a basketball player because there was so much more to life. So shout out to the good doctor, man. Rest in peace, man. Rest in peace. All right, Al. Let's catch up on the super chats, and then we can wrap up today's show, man.
All right. Great words by you on the late great Dr. Dick Barnett, CP. Shout out to Cheese Guy 44. Welcome to the Fanchise channel membership. Mr. Don's been a Fanchise channel member for 23 months. He says any Pistons fans in the chat. No. Pistons fans are not going to be showing themselves right now, man. They are watching quietly in their seats because they are too scared. They got their tails between their legs right now. They ain't just gonna be showing themselves, man. But they're there. Thank you for tapping in. Thank you for your support as always. We appreciate it. Pistol Pete 79 with the $5 super chat. Shout out to you for being a Fanchise channel member as well. Cat with the game winner. Finally, Brunson has a guy to help him down the stretch. I have to go to the ER after this cardiac Knicks affair. Let's go Knicks.
Let's go.
Man. No better way than a cardiac Knick affair. We got Detroit. Shout out to JB Clue with the $5 super chat. He said Detroit got pissed on and Tim tried foul baiting that last three. Interesting how now he's the foul baiter. Terrence Cox with the $5 super chat says how they call Cade best player when JB does what he does. Tibbs kills our chances when he leaves the starters too long in the third. Need more size. Hey man, we could have used Mitchell Robinson today. A little ill. You know, maybe they could have used Precious for some rebounding, but we were able to gut it out with Karl-Anthony Towns manning the center. Shout out to Ron P with the $5 super chat. Says we are responding to inconsistent called games and rising to the occasion. Shout out to my Knicks for pulling through. These refs are just not calling the game evenly, but we've seen that for the last couple of years, man. We've seen that for the last couple of years. $10 super chat from GQ. Ankle tape, bad boys fake, Stephen A. worst take, Knicks in 5. Shout out to GQ for that one. We got Eldon Tastico with a $20 super chat. Said, Detroit sad boys, cry harder. The refs gave them the game on a silver platter in the third quarter, and they still lost. JB is the best player in the series. Salute KFTV. Let's go Knicks. Those are all facts, man. All facts. What else we got here? We got Gary Riker with the $10 super chat. Said, let's go, Cat, JB, Hart, big plays. We got Pope Steph F with the $5 super chat. Said that may have been a foul on Hart, but that Skims up and close was for sure a flagrant. Hey yo.
That was crazy. That was absolutely crazy.
Hey man.
That was crazy.
I appreciate you all for having some comments on my Skims read today.
Let's go.
All right, we got Jordan Gregory. Shout out to you for becoming a Fanchise channel member. We got Ace Reyes Chronicles with the $10 super chat. Said, sad boys, what you gonna do? Knicks in 5. All right, let's see. We got New York to Pennsylvania. Welcome to the Fanchise channel membership. We got Ace Reyes Chronicles. Shout out to becoming a new Fanchise channel member today as well. We got CL Kenrick. Shout out to you for the super chat. Who else we got in here? We got JB Clue with the $5 super chat. Cade, Beyblade, Fade, Dwade, Knicks in 4.
D Wade.
Yeah, the way you typed that, yeah, well, it's D Wade, yeah, D Wade.
Yeah.
You gotta put the hyphen in there for me to read, man. You gotta put the hyphen.
You gotta put the hyphen in there, yeah.
How are we gonna win in 4?
Oh, he said, I didn't finish. He said game 2 was robbed.
I was like, how old is that super chat? Gotcha.
Shout out to Big Cliff for becoming a new Fanchise channel member.
Big
We
Cliff.
got Kenya S with the $5 super chat. I got nervous when JB went down. He looked like Willis Reed when he came out the locker room. Get Captain Clutch a freaking cape, bro. Yep. That man is a superhero. Let's see. We got Big R22 with the $5 super chat. Said Hardaway got fouled. Knicks make me smile. What? Whoo, I'm an owl. Knicks in 5. What? I'm lost on that one. But hey, shout out to you for the $5 super chat. All right. Where else did we get to? Did we get through CP? Did you get Pops the Legend super chat?
Which was that from this stream or was that another one? Was that the previous?
I'm not sure which one it is.
All
It
right,
says
hang on.
it says great win. They beat Detroit at their own game today. Tough defense. Did you read that one?
No. You got it.
All right. Shout out to Pops the Legend for that $5 super chat. Who we got. All right, now these are really tiny. Damn, Tim, these are some small screenshots you sent me, man. I might be needing glasses at this point. Hold on one second.
Glasses.
We got Ty Morris with the $20 super chat. Said New York grit on full display. Brunson came out of the phone booth, and anyone that calls Cat soft ever again, I will crush them into antimatter. Cat needs to shoot 10 threes every game. Let's family show go. Yeah, man. It's a revelation with Cat shooting threes, man. It makes a huge difference when he's shooting more than 5 threes a game. Then we also got Rob Lowe with the $10 super chat. I watched JB get mugged all game. Crybaby Pistons need to stop. Big purr.
Oh, no. We're not bringing that back. Nope.
No one wants the big purr.
No.
Not really intimidating when you hear big purr.
We had somebody call in talk about meow meow already. Let's just
meow meow. I'm not gonna tell you what that reminds me of. We ain't giving out no free sponsorships around here for cat food. All right, we got Rob Lowe with the $10 super chat. Oh no, we got that one. Let's see. We got the $100 super chat from Chuck D earlier. All right. Shout out to Eric L. Beach for being a franchise channel member for 27 months. He said Knicks won game 4 fair and square. Pistons got the favorable calls in the third quarter, but fourth quarter Brunson and Town showed up. Ainsworth was a zoo today.
Yeah, I got that one.
All right, you read that super chat?
But all good. We can read it again because it was a zoo. Ainsworth was definitely a zoo. Yeah, definitely.
All right. Let's see. I think I'm all caught up then. If you got these, did you get? I'm not gonna read that name. Jeez, that's flagrant here.
Yeah.
This is a family show. I can't be reading that name.
Okay.
We got Constantine Doc German. Do we get that one? Knicks in 5. Let's get it. Pistons just wanted to talk smack and can't handle the heat. We roll. Let's go Knicks. Did you get that one, CP?
No, I didn't get any super chats after before the Eric one. So that's on you.
All right. Shout out to A with the $5 super chat. Shout out to my wife Faith for letting me watch KFTV. Knicks in 5.
Yes.
shout
out to all the wives.
Shout out to all the
out
wives,
there.
man.
Yes,
all
absolutely.
Wives,
we got to take care of that for sure.
Absolutely, man. Shout out to all the wives. We got Matthew Klein with the $10 super chat. Says Knicks drinking some Red Bull. Defense wins championships. Shout out to you,
Matthew. Salute.
All right, we got Father P. Shout out to you for the $5 super chat. Said had to contribute to the collection plate after CP's Sunday sermon from MSG from the MSG pulpit.
Yeah.
Knicks in 5.
Salute to you, man. Okay.
CP's gonna be showing up in the robe next time. Don't worry. We got Larry Medina with the $10 super chat. Shout out to you, Larry. For the fans, by the fans, CP speak that truth. Let's go. We got GQ with the $5 super chat saying, I hope none of these callers were crying in the chat during the game. I'm just saying, hashtag Knicks forever.
Let's go.
Let's see. We got Tom Hoffman with the $5 super chat said, bad boy who? Cage showing why he's MIP and not clutch player of the year. Beasley soft, Holland soft, Schroeder fake, tough guy, Knicks in 5. Let's see. We got New York to Pennsylvania with the $10 super chat said, KFTV stand up, play off basketball. Love it.
Salute.
Kenya S with the $2. Shout out to Kenya S with the $2 super chat. Appreciate it. We got KJ with the $5 super chat. Pistons thought they was us having. Wait, was it? Pistons thought they was us having all their alum in the attendance. LOL. This ain't the Garden, and y'all ain't us.
Let's go.
Yeah. We got Lopez 104 with the $10 super chat. Shout out to you. Said walk the family show in. It's the playoffs. Cut the crying. If you're scared, go to church. Doctor, rest in peace, Dr. Barnett. We got Lex the Great with the $5 super chat. Shout out to Wifey, Knicks in 5. What else we got? Eric LB. Eric LB gives another $10 super chat saying Ainsworth today was a zoo. Today, what a win. Brunson and Towns came through without the bench. Tuesday night, this series ends in 5. Shout out to you, Eric. We got Black LaRock in here with the one. Is that the yen symbol? What's the yen symbol?
Mostly,
I think
yeah,
it's the
probably.
yen.
Yep, probably.
Yep, Black LaRock with the 1,000 yen. Salute. Oh, yep. Salute from the Japans. I didn't get arrested by Japanese popo for my.
Okay.
I didn't get arrested by my by Japanese popo for my loud 4 a.m. celebrations. Nixon 5. Banzai.
Let's go.
Continuation. Yeah, he super chatted in the play-by-play saying that he about to go running in the streets. Hopefully he didn't get arrested. So we got the update that he made it out okay.
There we go. Jeffrey C becoming a new franchise channel. Shout out to you. And you gave us a $10 super chat today.
Okay.
Shout out to CP and the crew. Had an amazing time with the wife at the watch party. Okay, we got that one. And shout out to GQ with another $5 super chat. Says ankle tape, bad boys fake, Stephen A. Worst take Nixon 5. There we go. Now we're all caught up.
Let's go.
Caught up. Now we're all caught up with the super chats.
Okay. All right. Cool, man. Yeah, once again, salute to everybody in the chat. We definitely appreciate everybody for tapping in, everybody for coming through to the watch party. Let's shout out real quick to our sponsors of today's show. Shout out to Morgan & Morgan, man, America's largest injury law firm. Hey, man, for over 35 years, Morgan & Morgan has been fighting for the people just like you and I. They have over 100 offices and more than 1,000 lawyers nationwide fighting for us. All law firms are not the same. For example, in Florida, a client received $12 million after the insurance company's best offer was just $350K. In Pennsylvania, a client was awarded $26 million, a staggering 40 times the insurance company's original offer of $650,000. That's just an example of how Morgan & Morgan goes hard and fights for you. Their fee is free unless they win. All right, so call them up, man. Listen, it's free unless you win. So for more information, go to forthepeople.com/KFTV or dial pound law, pound 529 from your cell phone. Once again, forthepeople.com/KFTV or dial pound law, which is pound 529 from your cell phone. Shout out to our friends at Morgan & Morgan for sponsoring today's show. All right, fam. Great show. Once again, salute to everybody who tapped in a watch party. Monday, the great Bobby Marks will be joining us on a 12 p.m. live KFTV NBA report. We'll have Game of the Week out when we doing Game of the Week.
Tomorrow, we're doing it tomorrow at 10 p.m.
10 p.m., okay.
All right.
All right.
We got our guy Bryce returning for this one, man. So
yes.
don't worry.
Okay. Yes. And then, hey, if anybody wants to go to Game 5 with us, hey, we got tickets for the people, man. Stay tuned. We'll have a big announcement coming up on Monday. Make sure you guys are following us on Instagram. If you haven't signed up for the newsletter, TM, throw the newsletter link out there to find out how you can get 2 tickets to Monday's game. We're going to do a raffle for Game 5 tickets. Not watch party, Game 5 tickets in the Garden. So you'll be going with us to the Garden. So make sure that you guys have all your alerts and make sure you guys are following us on social medias. All right? Yeah.
CP, before we log out, we just got word in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Minnesota up 3-1.
Oh, they got the win.
Yeah. Wow. Let's see who did some damage, man. You know what? I did think, the Lakers, I had high hopes for the Lakers, but hey, even a LeBron 27, Luka 38 was not enough. Timberwolves are gritty, man. 43 for Ant-Man, 25 for Julius, 25, 7, and 3. Nas Reed, 12. DiVincenzo, 8 off the bench. Wow, what Austin Reeves do? 17. Wow. Not enough for the Lakers off the bench. 3-1 lead. Looks like Timberwolves are going to take that one, man.
Damn, you're going to have 2 generational talents on the Lakers, and they are going to get dogged out in the first round.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Not our problem.
Yeah, not our problem. Sorry to hear that, guys. LeBron maybe next year. CK, great job on the play-by-play. Al, great job hosting today's show. So shout out to TM. Shout out to all the mods, all the people that tapped in. Replay gang, salute. We're going to go ahead and put this whole show together, all 3 parts into one show. Remember that the show is also available in audio podcast format, so no reason to miss it. 3-1 New York Knicks, man. Knicks in 5. So let's stop all the dumb talk, man. Take the diapers off and tap in with the orange and blue boys, man. We out of here, man. Peace. Let's go.